welcome to it. Yes, the Christmas cheer is here. If you're in denial, it's happening, okay? Christmas is upon us, and you've just got to embrace it. And you've got to embrace our crazy, because it has been a crazy week, and we continue this morning. Cannot wait for it, my friend.
You know, if you don't feel the Christmas spirit just yet, though, just remember that you have one elf here and somebody who's almost as grey as Santa. So I feel like we have the two together.
I thought you were going to say jolly.
No,
I thought you were the
sorry.
jolliest guy. And you know, someone at my daughter's creche, when I walked in the other day, said, "That's Father Christmas."
Don't
I'm
lie.
not even joking. And I have actually played Father Christmas at their creche, okay? But that's not what she meant. It hurts, man, it hurts. Now, I'll embrace it. I will be Father Christmas.
Okay,
because I'm all about that cheer. And I think all of us can get excited this morning. And I wonder if that cheer is going to infect JP Sebastian, because last week he was happy, man.
No,
he was actually happy.
He's still happy, though. I checked him out a little earlier. Turns out Wicked is a movie that he's going to weigh in on a little bit later. I can't tell you what he said about the movie. I want you to wait. Anticipation is important. Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo in that movie. I think it's going to be a good one from my side. However, we're going to have to just leave him there and see what he has to say. On the couch, it's going to be exciting.
Oh, man, he has been surprisingly upbeat about the films coming out this year. Let's hope he continues on that trend. And, of course, this is going to deal with some amazing characters that we absolutely love. Strong female characters, some naughty characters, and, of course, some very misunderstood characters as well. And we'll get into the story. But I think all of us have a bit of a kind of connection to the fantasy, to the that kind of storytelling, because it takes us back to our own childhood. And I love that.
Wizard of Oz vibes, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you mentioned, right, the whole story, it's got naughty characters and strong female lead characters.
100%.
It sounds like your feel-good breakfast show, especially knowing that this lady has got you covered in Joe Burke. Good morning, Zanele.
Good morning, my beautiful family, and oh my goodness, get out of here. I absolutely love you guys. Every morning you just make me smile. And Expresso family, we are here to make you smile. You are hearing about how we are going to have a beautiful, amazing morning together. However, I hope that you know that we 100% are going to send you off into the day feeling good. Now, gents, with you talking about Wicked and everything else in between, are you ready for this morning's Good Morning Post? I think they most definitely are. Let's get into it. Here we go. I need you to come through so strong, because this is one of my favorite questions we've ever asked you before. Everyone, this is all about us and our childhoods. As Graham and Carl mentioned, Wicked is coming out this Friday. And my beautiful, this only reminds us of the likes of Wizard of Oz and all those beautiful fairy tales that we grew up with. So you got to come through with our incredible Good Morning Post. Hashtag Expresso Show on all social media pages, as well as 0634088863. That's how you can send us a voice note. We want to know, what was your favorite childhood fairy tale? What was the one that made you feel like magic exists, like Prince Charming is on his way, like genuinely Cinderella is your best friend? And that's why I mentioned Cinderella, because she's my best friend. Favorite fairy tale ever, because she ends up in a castle. She's a princess. The shoe fits. Everything is just so happy. And for me, I'm waiting for my castle. It makes me believe that Prince Charming is here now, next door. So that's why you got to come through. Hashtag Expresso Show. What was your favorite childhood fairy tale? We're going to be getting into it a little bit later on in the show, all in the name of Wicked coming out. Right about now, though, it's time to get to those news headlines with Carl.
Thanks a lot, Zanele. Let's take a first look. Starting nationally, KwaZulu-Natal police raided a warehouse near Durban's Bluff storing expired food, alcohol and medication, discovered through profiling of imported goods likely meant for distribution. Following reports of 22 children dying from contaminated Spaza shop food, the government has imposed a 21-day registration deadline for these shops. Gauteng Economic Development MEC Lebogang Maile urged South Africans not to register Spaza shops for foreign nationals, emphasizing that valid documentation will now be mandatory for operating such businesses in the country. Now, a task team led by Northwest Community Safety MEC Wessels Morweng has started the first phase of a retrieval operation to bring illegal miners to the surface at Stilfontein's Shaft 11. Miners are refusing to leave the rehabilitated shaft. The mine rescue team assessed the site and planned equipment needs before starting the operation. The area will be cleared in the next few days. The community halted the retrieval to allow the task team appointed by Police Minister Senzo Mkhunu to take over. It's unclear how many miners remain underground. Now on to international news. Southern African Development Community's Extraordinary Summit has begun in Zimbabwe, focusing on regional peace and security. Key topics include the instability in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where a regional commission has been deployed, and recent elections in Botswana, Mozambique and Mauritius. Mozambique has faced rising violence since its October elections. SADC Executive Secretary, that is Elias Magosi, highlighted the busy past 2 months and affirmed that election observers have upheld democratic principles. The same standards will be applied to Namibia's elections next week. Now, the film Rust premiered yesterday at the Kameramaj Festival in Poland and set in the Wild West. Filming began in 2021 but was halted after cinematographer Helena Hutchins was fatally shot by actor Alec Baldwin during a dress rehearsal. Baldwin accidentally fired a prop revolver, injuring Hutchins and director Joel Souza. Baldwin was cleared of manslaughter and the gunman was convicted of culpable homicide. Hutchins' mother refused to attend the premiere, claiming Baldwin has yet to apologize for her daughter's death. The festival in Turin highlights cinematographers' work. And wrapping things up in a dazzling rise from niche to mainstream, manifest has been crowned Cambridge Dictionary's Word of the Year for 2024. This once self-help exclusive word, meaning willing something into existence through positive thinking, skyrocketed to fame with nearly 130,000 lookups on the Cambridge website, fueled by social media and celebrity buzz. Big names like Dua Lipa, Simone Biles and Sabrina Carpenter credited their triumphs to manifesting, calling it their secret to success. Fans captivated by their stories catapulted the word into the spotlight. Cambridge Dictionary's Wendelin Nichols noted manifest perfectly captures today's evolving language and cultural zeitgeist. This empowering term, steeped in optimism, highlights the magic of words shaping dreams into reality. That's it for news for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's manifest sport with G.
I wish I came heralding better news, but it seems that a knee injury has ruled Springbok prop Oxen Chair out of Saturday's test against Wales. Of course, at the Millennium Stadium, sadly, so initially named in that starting lineup. And Chair's absence now prompts Thomas du Toit to shift to loosehead prop, with Wilco Louw stepping in at tight head. Louw, who returned to the starting side last week, will now earn back-to-back starts for the Boks. Now let's turn to the big moves in cricket. Cricket South Africa, or CSA, has revamped its leadership team. Enoch Nkwe transitions to Director of National Teams and High Performance, now overseeing the Proteas and development programs. Edward Causa steps up as Executive Domestic Cricket after over a decade with CSA. Meanwhile, HR veteran Devni Ferdi Naidu brings 25 years plus experience of global experience, in fact, in that space in human resource executive role there. So congratulations to gents in their new tenure. Now let's turn to motorsport, and Formula One heads to Las Vegas this weekend for the second edition of the street race on the Strip. Max Verstappen can secure another title by winning the race outright, or even by finishing ahead of his nearest rival, Lando Norris. But of course, there are other ways. In fact, there are several ways that he could still clinch that crown. A couple of scenarios, including finishing just behind Norris with the fastest lap, but it looks like he's probably going to get it this time round. Now let's turn to tennis, and Italy claimed their fifth Billie Jean King Cup title with a commanding 2-0 victory over Slovakia. Jasmine Paolini sealing the win, dominating Rebecca Stramkova 6-2, 6-1. That was after Lucia Bronzetti's 6-2, 6-4 win earlier. So Italy's, they were runners-up in 2023, ended Slovakia's unbeaten record in Spain this year to lift their first title since 2013. And Paolini, of course, capping a stellar year after reaching the Roland Garros and Wimbledon finals. She finally gets her silverware. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get our first dose of Thursday morning weather.
Oh, man, you know, it's always a good morning when we're together, Expresso family. But right now, we want you to make sure that you do please exercise caution if you're in these parts of the country, because the South African Weather Service has issued severe weather warnings for today. A yellow level 4 warning predicts severe thunderstorms in southern KZN, potentially causing property damage, infrastructure disruptions, and service interruptions. A yellow level 2 warning extends to southern and central KZN and the Wild Coast, with localized damage and hazardous driving conditions expected. Meanwhile, the Western Cape's south coast faces a yellow level 3 warning with heavy downpours, excessive lightning, and small hail anticipated. Residents in affected areas are urged to please exercise caution and stay updated as conditions may rapidly change. So please do make sure that you do exercise that caution, my Expresso family. With that being said, we always ask you to come through, all in the name of your sunrise view, coming and showing us what your side of life looks like this morning. And a huge shout out to Annalisa from Scarborough, who has shown us such beauty. It looks like it was painted by Picasso himself. Annalisa, you've outdone yourself, my love. Such beautiful colors coming through on the screen. And right about now, I want you to be inspired by Annalisa, my amazing Mzansi family. We want to see what your side of life looks like on 063-408-8863. Just snap a young picture, send it through, and let's show the rest of the country. Right about now, though, let's get into what we call your temperatures for the day so that you know how to dress.
A glorious day wherever you find yourself today, but don't get out there just yet. We want you to stick around for the next 3 hours. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. Yes, we are embracing the movie Wicked, and the ultimate backstory, I think, hey?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. I think because obviously the witches in The Wizard of Oz, they never really got their time. And the assumption is, given all the synopses, is that this is exactly what it is. I mean, we could be wrong.
We will find out. JP Sebastian steps in. He is seeming very upbeat about this one, which I don't want you to kind of get the wrong idea that we think he is always downtrodden and depressed and such a critic. But that's kind of his job. But no, he seemed to have really enjoyed this one, so cannot wait. Yeah?
I love the cheer that he had this morning. He was like, oh, you know, I actually really like this one because it's almost like surprisingly pop culture-y type of thing for him, but I think it's going to be great. And then also we have some very special students from the AFTA Cape Town graduation. Now, AFTA, what a master class of an institution. And the great thing is that these could be our future bosses, future directors, future producers. And I'm very excited to actually, you know, have a word with them about their projects, what they've been up to, because the future talent, you know, when it comes to those behind the camera, in front of the camera, supporting everything, I think that's a beautiful thing. So after, and that conversation is coming up just after this break, so stay there at your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Are you fishing for a role? You're fishing for a role.
I am indeed.
Yeah,
that's
completely.
Right. I am.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is Expresso, your feel-good breakfast show here on S3, and we're diving into the exciting world of the aspiring filmmakers of the future. 3 talented final year after Cape Town students. We've got Hannah Clement here. We've got Sean Smith. We've got Ewe Ramapakela. Ooh, I love that word. I love that name. It's fantastic. When I said Ewe, I was like, yes! It's fantastic. And their films are currently being showcased at the AFTA Cape Town Graduation Festival 2024, which runs from, well, it's until 23rd of November, which is fantastic. So powerful narratives are coming your way, exploring human resilience and gripping psychological thrillers. Their films are a testament to their unique voices and visions, and of course, a window to the future of filmmaking in South Africa. And we have the 3 of them here, the cast members, Ewe, Sean, Hannah. Yes, they roll the credits beforehand, which is great. This is great. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is the future of filmmaking right here. And I think this is exciting. And you all have respective graduation productions that you've done. But Hannah, first and foremost, the dream. You go into AFTA. What is on the vision board? What did you manifest when starting this course?
When I first entered AFTA, I actually came there to be a writer because I was very passionate about narratives and telling stories. And then as it progressed, so did my skill set.
Okay.
And I think I realized that producing and directing is really where my heart lied. And after that, I was just able to see everything from behind the camera to in front of the camera to working with, performers, and that was the one that captured my heart.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
And Sean,
Yep.
for you, walking into this amazing institution, what was the dream?
Directing, definitely.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, so
Okay.
definitely coming into directing, and I was tunnel visioned in that way.
Yeah.
And AFTA is a cool place because it allows you to do all the streams, but then eventually you'll find your place. So I came in to be a director, and I'm leaving as a director.
It's powerful. And Ewe, same for you. What made you say Ewe to AFTA?
Well, after high certificate, I just said I love the camera and I love working behind the scenes, and I want to actually explore that with characters, which is why I chose directing and
Okay.
ended up falling in love with producing as well.
That is great. And I think it's important to have a variety of concepts around each one of the departments that create a film. I think it's so important, or whatever piece of entertainment you're busy with, which is great. But Hannah, going along the way, were there some things that you learnt on the way that you kind of didn't know when you were actually watching and reading these writing pieces as well? Like, is there anything that was illuminated to you about the realities of the industry?
I think the main thing for me was learning to work with different personalities, and especially working with those personalities in high-pressure environments.
Oh, yes.
So I think with AFTA, it really gave us this opportunity to learn how to work with one another. And also, I think as a producer and a director, learning how to get the best out of someone, and then
Yeah.
also how to work towards a collective goal. So that thing, that was the main thing that I'm definitely taking away with me.
There's power, and that's the whole idea of a study. That's the whole thing. And then, Sean, in terms of the projects you've been working on, of course, graduation does entail you creating a piece of
Yes.
entertainment, right?
Yes.
Did you create a little something from yourself?
Oh yes, so my directing film
Yes.
is titled Duas.
Yeah.
So Box. Translated to Box.
Yes.
And then my producing piece is called Smile for Me. Duas is Duas is actually a period piece set in 1985, and then Smile for Me is a 2024 psychological horror.
Oh, my word. Anyway, did you also have a production that you
Yes,
had
I
to
had
graduate
to.
with? What was it called?
So my co-director who wrote The Better Man, that's
Yeah.
what I co-directed with him. That's also like some sort of like a psychological turmoil that he battles with internally. And then the one I produced is Masamba's Echo.
That's fantastic. It's really now all these pieces are coming through, and I hope that actually they get budgets and they put into the real world. Like, no, that's my dream.
Yes.
When a graduation happens, I want this to happen because I think that's the ultimate showpiece of the hard work that you put in. But let's look at after you finish with the course. Hannah, what is the dream? What do you want to write? If someone said to you, Hannah, you can do anything, like you can write on any movie with any director, give me the dream.
I think the dream for me is to be able to combine writing, directing, and producing. So I'd love to be able to venture into documentaries or
Great.
filmmaking where I can really uplift people
Yeah.
and learn from their experiences and be able to share their stories. I think I'm just very passionate about people, and I do think that filmmaking is a really good medium to be able to showcase that. So that's the dream for me.
I love that. And then, Sean, afterwards, I mean, do you see one of your productions going to the next level, or are you going to get yourself into maybe a little genre that you believe is underserved?
Well, that's quite interesting you asked that because both my experimental and graduation films has dealt with South African themes. So embedded in our culture and how we perceive life. But I think definitely going out multicam, single cam,
Yes.
television commercials, long form, short form. So whatever it is, I think AFTA's given me, a realistic overview of all the little or bigger projects that there are. So wherever I, can find a way, I'm available now.
I was gonna ask you, like, you said multicam, single cam. I was going to say Expresso.
Yes, I'm graduating. I'm graduating soon, so. Hello.
I love that, and that's. I ask you this because I'm not sure if you heard of earlier in the news that airware is the word of the year according to the Cambridge Dictionary.
Yes.
And as well as manifest.
Yes.
Which is basically airware. It's the same thing. You're saying yes and you're manifesting. So airware.
Yes.
What are you manifesting after your course is done?
I'm manifesting that doors open for more females in this industry,
Yes.
especially people of color. I'm also manifesting that our stories can be heard by people across the global. So it's like, I just want people to hear our stories from what we're trying to say as students as well, not restrict ourselves just because we youngsters who are trying to make a name for ourselves. So that's what I'm manifesting.
You know what I'm manifesting right now is that this entire industry opens up, that the gatekeepers go to sleep and allow the talents that are on this couch right now to get into these industries so they can tell the stories and the narratives that cannot be told by anybody else but them. That is what I'm manifesting right now.
Thank you.
So
And there
nice.
needs to be more platforms for people like you. And I'll be honest, the industry is very closed off in that particular way. But I can tell you now that saying this out loud on this platform, especially when it's live, can make a big difference. So to you, Hannah, and Sean and Airway, honestly, the world is definitely yours, right? There will be gates in your way. There will be barriers to entry. And I don't want you to even listen to those. Because the real key to opening up this industry is being authentic, believing in what you are doing, and never stop knocking on the doors for budgets and for financing those projects. Because I'm telling you, someone's going to open a door one day. And if you stop knocking, you'll never get a door open. So keep on going for it, all of you. And all the best with the film industry. I know there's true talent on this couch today.
Thank you so much.
Lovely. That was actually their after graduation. They're welcome. They don't have to graduate right now. I just did it live on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But we do, as Expresso, we do definitely support the filmmakers of the future. And AFTA is one of those institutions really breeding those amazing filmmakers. And we need to continue supporting them. So if you are a financier, here's the projects you need to support next day. Hello.
And I think you found your lead as well. He is fishing, guys. He is fishing. Just give him the part. Do it. No, I love the fact that we get to see this come full circle. And this is the strategic network that you need. Just believe. Absolutely love that we get to be a part of their story. And then another very big story at the moment. It's got the whole world in its grips. Of course, we're talking about Wicked. Halfway around the world, Carissa obviously attended a premiere. If you saw her socials, absolutely amazing. Kutle gets to go to the South African one and find out just how much love we have for these beautiful witches. And then, of course, JP Sebastian's going to lay it all down. And we're going to find out how much love he has for the cinematic release. I have a feeling he might surprise us. We'll see you now.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back from incredible young filmmakers who are going to kind of show us the true north of where we're headed to the pinnacle of filmmaking right now. Well, it's got the world in its grips. We are talking about Wicked. It is a massive film that clearly demands a lot of media attention. Will it get the critics' nod? We will find out this morning from Mr. JP Sebastian. You seem very thoughtful about this film.
Yeah, no, it's got me in a bind just personally as well. Because it's surprising in some respects. First surprising thing, by the way, is you were talking about like the pinnacle of filmmaking and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The director John M. Chu previously did Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
It clearly seems like with that kind of clout, it's a bit like what he was able to demand out of the studio for making sets, making the amount of costumes and whatever, where we're all like pretty washed out on CG these days.
Yes.
went old school,
I'm
yeah.
very kind of. What a stupid characterization.
I like that.
I'm very kind of impressed by
Sort
like
of.
what he got away with in terms of like just making tactile, real things. So let's have a look at some of those real
please,
things.
let's take it in.
Wicked, which is out tomorrow. Here's a little featurette on what the blood, sweat, tears, and the color and vibrancy that went into the making of the thing with production design, style, and all that business. Have a look. It's very good.
We knew that we wanted Wicked to be immersive. What does it feel like to be in Oz? To feel it in your fingertips. If you want to be inside that world, you gotta build it. We gotta build Emerald City. We gotta build Munchkin Land.
To see all that detail, all of it adds to the things that you can imagine.
A lot of it is real, physical, tangible sets.
We gotta grow 9 million tulips. The good news is the train, which takes 2 days to move because it's 16 tons, is here now.
Come with me. What? To meet the wizard. I couldn't cancel me. This is your moment. I'm coming.
The great and terrible.
Once you learn to harness your emotions, the sky's the limit.
This forest is enormous, but it's all in the details. All of this didn't just take production design, it took special effects, it took visual effects. It's pretty mind-blowing to think that it can go from drawings and ideas and a dream to sitting here today.
It's wonderful to be able to touch the space
And create this world in a way we've never seen it before.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's a pretty sad state of affairs that like 3 grown men are sitting here wide-eyed that you made it, like this table is real because like CG, computer special effects. Guys, can we probably give it a rest? Like we're so, I mean, even in some of the movies we love, but whatever, that's a debate for another day.
Yeah.
But hey, really impressive size.
Exquisite. Well, to put it in perspective, I'm just thinking about that train. So I remember shooting a movie where a tiny little robotic bug had to come in. $270,000. That little kind of purpose-made piece of equipment cost. Can you imagine how much that train cost? Can you imagine how much 9 million?
That Crazy Rich Asians money. Also, he did Step Up 2 and 3, I think. I think that's got a special place in its heart for a lot of people. So the guy's got like background in, well, I suppose relatively diverse things. But if you want to use the Crazy Rich Asians comparison, I know a lot of people like had their breath taken away in the wedding scene at the end with the flowers and the water.
That was actually really
like
good.
The entirety of Wicked is that like crafted in. I was very impressed with like the detail of the world. So from the smallest thing for it looked like there were a lot of decisions where they were like, well, you know, cool, we made a set, but why don't we just add this little niggle and this little tweak and whatever and make it look like someone lives there, kind of.
Make it come alive.
So look, as a start, just on the heels of that featurette that we just saw, that was really impressive. But suppose I've got to give you some background. Everyone's asking about, oh, is she this from Oz?
Yeah, is this the origin story?
Who knows? Like, a lot of us feel like we're going in blind to this. So in 1995, there was a stage play called Wicked.
Yes.
And I think it's based on a book as well from Wicked, which is a spin-off of the 1900 book of The Wizard of Oz. Obviously, the movie itself is from 1939. This is then a prequel to everything from 1939. You'll remember in the original Wizard of Oz, the Wicked Witch of the West, which Elphaba, which is Cynthia Erivo, plays here, dies at the end of that. And this movie sort of unabashedly starts with the fact that, well, this character
is melting.
Well, I'm melting. Yes. What a world, etc., etc. So it's from that whole world. I don't want to say universe, because fortunately, to its credit, it actually does try to be its own thing. It does sort of, try to stand on its own legs. And again, to its credit, it's not like, a lot of these movies feel like there's got to be a bunch of references. Oh, if we throw back, we can steal some of the prestige. We can steal some of the limelight.
Yeah, we can lean on that.
Of the legacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it had a lot of confidence in the making. So here's the thing. I fully expected to hate Wicked.
I can understand that.
I'm an old grouchy man. You can hear my bones creaking before you. There's so much in social media that was like priming the pump of a lot of critics to be like, oh, you can indicate how much you know about movies by hating this movie, etc. But
sure.
like, when it is a musical, it's pure musical in a lot of respects. Aside from that, okay, got to go back into the musical point real quick. I don't know if I've heard people's lungs before in other musicals. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, humans have to suck breath and breathe like that. They kept a lot of, like, you can hear the chest working.
Not too sterile.
That's
great. So it feels very impressive in that respect. Look, aside from that, I have to be real quick. The characters, Cynthia Erivo's Elphaba is not like, snarky, eye-rolling type thing. It feels organic. It feels like it's really well sort of made and designed. Ariana Grande, you're going to be really impressed as a Jim Carrey fan. I feel like she should be in The Cable Guy if they ever did a spin-off of it. She's a great, like, answer to weird.
Kind of wacky and weird. I like that.
I'm not even a stan. I couldn't name one of her songs. I was really impressed. And also for the fact that I thought this was just going to be a cynical pop vehicle that just sells the next album.
Yes.
She has the respect to step back when it's the turn of other actors and whatever. So the whole thing, shame it rushes a bit at the end, but I suppose that's the entire story of it.
Great.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Man, absolutely lovely.
You sure you love it?
Sorry, I zoomed out for a second.
So
yes,
you love it.
I can clearly say yes, I do. It was very good. I'd give it a number as well. Do you want a number up in control?
Please, man. We're flirting with the positive JP here.
Oh, well, I'd have to give it 8 out of 10. I was prepared for a 4 or something like that. Yeah, and just in case anyone asks, no, I'm not sponsored. Yes, I'm wearing purple and green.
You might be able to get yourself some threads as well. Wow, so it's going to win an Oscar, according to JP Sebastian. It might just do that. Every joke that I've tried to make about this film seems to be dispelled by just how good it is. But ultimately, you can decide for yourself. It's in the cinemas tomorrow.
Ooh, yes, honey. It is all about you deciding for yourself, because you can all be some winners, some wonderful winners of ours. Well, okay, let me check quickly how many. 4 munchkins anyhow. And my friend, yes, we're using the magic words, and it is all about us waving our magic wand to shower you with some amazing, incredible, and wicked swag, darling. What am I talking about? Listen to this beautiful list, please, of what you could possibly win. A makeup pouch, a compact mirror, a reversible beanie, an Emerald City Lego set, and the tie-in novel, and more, my friend, with 1,500 Rand. And you deserve it. And this is why you need to make sure that you enter. All you got to do is find the Wicked competition post on our Expresso pages. And my friend, you tell us your witchy name as well as your magical powers, your ability. What is it? So, for example, we've already got a Wicked Witch of the West. We've got a Good Witch of the North. But the question is, who will you be? What is your witchy name and what are your magical abilities? We want to hear all about it. And in the land of Oz is where we find ourselves, of course, my lovely. And this competition does close tomorrow. Okay, so you need to make sure that you go and enter right now. T's and C's do apply, and I am wishing you all of the best. I'm crossing all the fingers. I am waving all of the wands, and the T's and C's are those that you can find on expressoshow.com. I hope that you will be the winner, but you can't win unless you enter. My beautiful Cape Town family, I want to ask quickly, do you think I can enter? Is that possible? I also want to have a wicked time.
I mean,
We keep asking about the fine print. I don't think we're actually allowed, but you can use another name, possibly.
Asking us to characterize her as a witch? I don't want to take that risk.
No, you're only the good witch, my friend. No, just give it a bash. I think there are a lot of fans of this movie that want to get as close as possible. And, of course, we were all burning a little bit when Carissa made it to the international.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? Red carpet. Absolutely awesome. Well done, girl. And, of course, Kutle was doing the job for us in Josie.
Exactly. So it's fantastic, though. So we're going to call you Nelly so you can enter, Sanele. Nobody's going to know. That's what your name's going to be Nelly now.
Thank you.
Thank you. There we go.
I'll be Nelly. Thank you. I'm so happy. Nelly Z is what I'll go by, and I will indeed win. Thank you. Thank you, my gentleman.
There we go. Thank you, Nelly. Now over to Kutle Adams, who was front and centre at the Monte Casino in Joburg for the exclusive South African screening of the Wicked movie, a magical experience that had fans buzzing with anticipation. As you heard from JP earlier, this cinematic event brought the enchanting world of Oz to life for South African audiences in a spectacular fashion. Here it is.
You're green.
I am.
We are about to experience something magical, something out of this world. A thrilling and epic musical that has taken the world by storm, Wicked. I mean, from the power of friendship to the thrilling fantasy that fills the screen, Wicked is sure to enchant audiences from everywhere, leaving a lasting impression on anyone lucky enough to experience it. So I'm on the green carpet to find out what the buzz is all about.
Come with me. What? To meet the wizard. Why couldn't tell me this is your moment? I'm coming.
It goes without saying, you are inspired by Glinda, right?
Yes, I am. I'm so excited to be here.
Tell us more about this outfit looking absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much. Obviously, the crown is inspired by her, the dress as well. Try to get something with the ruffles, obviously not ball gown for the cinema, but something close to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, super excited.
I'm extremely excited. Not only do I get to dress up, but I also get to watch the movie and enjoy it and embrace everything of it.
Talking about embracing everything of it, right? How do you think Wicked is going to compare to all the other musicals that are out there?
Honestly, I'm a big musical fan. You know, like old school, I'm a 90s child. So I hope it lives to the standards and that the songs stick to my head and that I can sing them throughout the year.
What makes nights like this so magical and so important, especially, you know, for the local entertainment scene?
I mean, friendship, more than anything else. We get an opportunity to really, like, invite our friends here, have them have an opportunity to experience sort of like what the storyline is all about, you know? So moments like this with New Metro is specifically, it just continuously blows me away. Always. It really gives us some impact and opportunity to come together. Ubuntu, man, you know? Yes, man.
And we have the Gees here in South Africa.
Yeah, we do, of course. It's you and it's me. We're bringing it to the carpet.
My favorite thing is the story of friendship and sisterhood, and putting your differences aside and just loving each other for flaws and all. And I think the show does it so beautifully with the music that it as you can see, resonates with the entire world. I mean, the entire world is green and pink at the moment.
Yes.
So that's my favorite part about it.
That was you who made all that happen. How did you do it?
I don't know. I've never known.
You. Come with me.
Of course.
Not you. You.
Oh my goodness, what is not special about a night like this? I'm such a girly girl. If you tell me, Murisa, Tambani, dress up, look good, Bona Siabanyana, I'm there, Pagati inside. So there's absolutely everything special. And I mean, it's the same. Just to meet new people, hang out, you know, girls' night. This is kind of like a girls' night. Dress up. I love dressing up also, by the way. And that's just it.
Ladies, I mean, you guys are looking absolutely beautiful tonight. How excited are you to be here to watch Wicked on the big screen?
I'm so excited. It has been a long time coming, and I'm super excited to be here with my mom as well.
Mom?
Absolutely fabulous. Everyone's looking so beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's exciting and bubbly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have officially entered the enchanting world of Wicked. Please walk us through the inspiration behind these looks.
Basically, I was looking for something wizardy, and I went to the costume shop and I had a talk with the guy there, and he said, "Say less, I know exactly what I'm going to give you."
My inspiration came from the movie itself, and also I wanted to fit in some theme of Bridgerton vibes, so I said 1 + 1 = 2, and Jiggy, yeah, era magnificent vibes, so Rabangena, it's anyway in.
We are deep Binagant inside. The math is mathing with the outfits. But we're here to talk about Wicked, the musical. What is the most exciting thing about being a part of nights like this, the screening, dressing up, and just mingling?
I think because we're not familiar with things like this in South Africa, it's a good way of expanding the arts industry and making us getting used to get out of our comfort zone.
It's all about the music, it's all about the magic, it's all about the mesmerizing world of Wicked, which promises to be an experience like no other. This movie truly is a must-see.
It's the wizard who should be afraid of me.
It's going to be a good one.
It looks
going to be a goodie.
impressive. I love the fact that people just went all in. Kutle, we love you. But I think this one is going to be massive, dude.
Wicked.
There are signs.
Yeah, they are. Well, calling all Starbucks fans and lovers of the land of Oz. Starbucks has teamed up with Universal Pictures to bring a taste of Wicked to life in celebration of the movie's big screen debut.
This magical partnership is all about connection. It's about belonging and joy, and 3 themes that I think are as much a part of the Wicked story as they are a part of the Starbucks story as well, and they deliver.
So here's the real treat. You can now sip on exclusive beverages inspired by the iconic duo, Glinda and Alfaba. Now, Glinda's pink potion.
There we go.
Is as enchanting as it sounds. It's mango dragon fruit. Starbucks refreshes. That's what it is. Beverage swirled with creamy coconut milk and topped with ruby red cookie crumbs for that extra sparkle.
It looks absolutely beautiful. So next to me, because pink goes good with green.
Oh, yeah.
Alfaba's cold brew. It brings a bold twist to your cup as a Starbucks cold brew with frothy matcha foam and a refreshing peppermint kick. I like the sound of that. A little bit daring, a little bit magical, and every sip is pure sorcery, I hear.
All right. Shall we give it a shot?
Let's give it a go.
Okay.
This is going to actually make us magical.
That refreshing hint of mint. The mint in mine is great. Sanele, what is yours like? What does it taste like?
It's so delicious and minty. And then there's that matcha taste as well. I'm obsessed.
Okay, this is great.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah. This is the
love
one.
it.
It feels like it's going to be a good day. I feel a good day.
It is. Even the bad can turn good. I absolutely love it. Gilda, for me, it is pink. It's refreshing. And it is so surprising. It's something that I haven't tasted before. Flavor profile. Absolutely beautiful. Well, these are giving us very good signs as to what is coming up in the show. Zanele, what's next on the roster?
Oh, my goodness. While I sip on my baby. So delicious. On the way, John van der Reyt has released Spud the Reunion, my friend, and it is a national treasure. We all love that series, and I'm so excited for us to get into it a little bit later on. But also on the way, we get to meet Team Earth from My Design Rules, Sipe and Bapele. Trust me, you want to get to know these guys. Don't go anywhere. There's still a whole lot of feel-good right here on Expresso, and I need a moment alone with this, okay? Just take a break. We'll be back after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, he's back, Spud Milton. I think a lot of our favorites is back in the hot seat after 10 years. Spud returns for a reunion weekend with his old school friends, the Crazy Eight, and they are crazy. In Spud, the reunion, we catch up with Spud as he faces his past, his present, and the familiar group that shaped his high school life. And I think very much the series, John van der Rey, to chat about revisiting this beloved character and what's in store for the fans, and if he is having a midlife crisis. Why did we need to write this book? Can we get a round of applause for John? On past and present successes, and I say that because I think a little birdie just told me as of last night, you were King of the Hill, top fiction bestseller in the country.
No, thank you.
Acknowledge this moment. See, this is when I wish we had a live studio audience that could just be
Still,
showing.
this is enough clapping for me, thank you.
Yet you still sit here insecure about what you have created on some level.
You know, you've got to stay humble, and you've also got to stay on the edge slightly. And I think coming into this, I had no idea whether the people would still come bouncing out for Spud, whether they were going to be like, oh, but that's like old or whatever, we moved on. But they haven't, and they've come out, and this is day 13 of my book tour, and it's just been incredible right from the start, around the country. Oh, and then last night to get this news at 10 o'clock, when I was trying to sleep, so I could look fresh for the show this morning.
No one ever looks fresh on this show, so you're perfect.
Oh, good,
fine.
good.
Congratulations. And I know you don't do it for that kind of validation. I suppose the beast will out, and when the story's ready to be told, you've got to tell it.
Yeah.
But why now? Why through this particular lens? What took you back?
You know, it was COVID, which did a lot of things to people, right?
For a lot of creatives, yeah.
Yeah, and we had everything stopped. The world stopped for a while, and you think about what's gone before, you think about what's going to come. And I'd been off the Spud train for a good 7 years or so.
Because, of course, you had the movies and everything after the fact, so you were in that bubble for a while.
And that's what it felt like. I needed to get out of that bubble. But then being out of the bubble for some years, then COVID coming, it sort of struck me that, you know, I think Spud is bigger than me. It's going to outlive me. And I got this sort of really sense of like wanting to be back. And I saw the creativity in coming back 10 years later as men, that, you know, not just trying to recreate what I did do before, but now trying to almost recreate what I have, which had an element of risk to it.
Yeah, because it's a formula.
Well, yeah, and like also it's so different now. It's a reunion weekend. It's not a year in the life of Spud. So that just changes the whole way you approach it, structure it. Men arriving, fronting, you know, trying to like show that they've actually made it, you know, when they haven't quite yet, and finding out all those agendas. I mean, it was great, awesome to watch, to write, and actually to get into Spud's character again.
Did you just miss him? Because you've built such a rich relationship, living as that person, kind of looking at that person from a third perspective. That's almost. You live in that universe. What was that like going back into there? Was there anything surprising about taking yourself back into that universe, to cop a term? Yeah.
Great question, and there was. You know, I can remember writing that first morning when I got behind the computer and I was going to write Spud's first diary entry, right, of the book. I had no idea what was going to come out. I was hoping that it was going to come out different, but you could still feel it was Spud. The dangers would have been if it felt completely different or completely the same, where he still felt like a teenager. Yeah. Then I would have been getting that wrong.
And then you would have canned the whole project.
I would have to can the whole thing.
To sleep, yeah.
And my editors and my publisher, they were like, we want to see him growing up, you know, so they wanted that. They didn't want me to slip back into fun and games, if you know what I mean. They must be fun and games, and they always are, but it's more serious. It's men now. Yeah, they've grown up, yeah. And I think people are quite surprised when they read the book. I'm getting feedback now because we've had enough time. It's been out there for just over a week, and I think they didn't see the fractious, edgy nature of this reunion. I think maybe people thought it was going to be more of a throwback and a stocking filler and something like that.
Well, life's gotten real in the time since,
That's
buddy.
it.
It really has.
That's
and
it.
You joke about the creators. I've noticed with so many, you guys used to write a book, to produce an album, to stand on a stage and make people laugh. You needed to be a broken shell of a person with your own baggage.
Yes.
And now
Yes.
creatives are the most kind of processed, mentally healthy and happy people because you go through the work. You've got to do that. Spud helps us deal with things, and I think that's the magic for me. He takes us there because we see a bit of ourselves through that process. What are you hoping people are going to get out of this little adventure?
Well, I think people who are at Spud's time of life, around late 20s, facing their 30s, will empathize with this one-third life crisis, because we all go through that, where you have to adult up, as they say. So I think that is it, but also just, I think the feeling of time passing, and perhaps the simplicity of how life was back then. For Spud, it's complicated, this reunion, but when we look at 2003, we go, gee, that wasn't even WhatsApp. That was just a small little Nokia, and it feels so simple, life then, you know. Now there's the complications. But having said that, I mean, think about how technology has impacted our life. So now to write a story where technology's just coming in without giving it away, that's where you have to be ahead of the game as the creative, as it were. And I take what you mean. It's sort of like we have to do that thinking work that makes us more open to the world in many ways.
Yeah, they call it the work, and you're doing it on behalf of all of us, so I cannot wait to process whatever I'm going to be called to process, but also just to reconnect with these amazing characters and the magic that you've created. So hopefully, maybe on day 14, you will finally believe, now that the nation has told you that it's the best book in the land. But I'm going to shake your hand one more time.
So
Congratulations, my friend. Absolutely amazing. And I think as South Africans, we love to have just a little bit of ownership of creativity in this way, because it kind of represents us. Now, I think we are so sure that this latest installment will bring both the nostalgia, yes, and maybe some fresh insights for readers, and maybe about ourselves and where we are at in our lives. And we are doing a little book giveaway for one lucky viewer, just to take you one step closer. So let us know on our social media pages exactly this. Who was your favorite Spud character? And you can say Spud, it's perfectly fine. But if you want to win this one, make your answer good. Competition closes at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Terms and conditions can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, baby. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show indeed. And today I am here to tell you that every day is payday when you play Daily Lotto with a guaranteed 580,000 Rand jackpot this Thursday. My friend, you can't afford to miss out, which is why I'm here with all of the details. It is all you have to do, which is going to buy a ticket now in store or on nationallottery.co.za, or you can use the mobile app, or, my friend, use cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529# for USSD. All the details are on our Expresso social media pages, so go and check them out. Panda Push-Up Play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 580,000 Rand jackpot today. And my friend, you could win big All you got to do is get that national lottery ticket, and just like that, it could be your ticket to a whole lot of winning, baby. Right about now, we got a lot to still do right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. I promise there's amazing, wicked things still in store. Right now, though, we do need to head on over to Cape Teasy as Graham takes care of the news headlines.
Thanks a lot, Zanele. I think I'll take care of it now. It's 7 a.m. and let's go national news first. Minister of Electricity and Energy, Josiensho Ramaphosa, has urged households to upgrade their prepaid electricity meters before November 24. That is the deadline. Over 2 million households still need to migrate to the new prepaid meter system via the Key Revision Numbers, or KRN program. After the deadline, KRN1 tokens will no longer work, making old meters inactive. Those missing the deadline will face a potential 12,000 Rand charge to replace meters at their own expense, with no extensions granted. Now, KwaZulu-Natal police raided a warehouse near Durban's Bluff storing expired food, alcohol and medication discovered through profiling of imported goods, likely meant for distribution. Following reports of 22 children dying from contaminated Spaza shop food, the government has imposed a 21-day registration deadline for these shops. Gauteng Economic Development MEC Lebogang Maile urged South Africans not to register Spaza shops for foreign nationals, emphasizing that valid documentation will now be mandatory for operating such businesses in the country. Now on to international news. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that Ukraine could lose the war if the US, its main military backer, halts funding. He stressed the importance of unity between Ukraine and the US and the danger of losing European solidarity. US President-elect Donald Trump, campaigning on a promise to end US involvement in wars, has vowed to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict within 24 hours, though without detailing how. Zelensky emphasized that while Ukraine will continue to fight, it needs continued support to prevail amid growing opposition from Republicans to US funding. Now, the Southern African Development Community's Extraordinary Summit has begun in Zimbabwe, focusing on regional peace and security. Key topics include the instability in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where a regional mission has been deployed, and recent elections in Botswana, Mozambique and Mauritius. Mozambique has faced rising violence since its October elections. SADC Executive Secretary Elias Makhosi highlighted the busy past 2 months have been, and affirmed that election observers have upheld democratic principles. The same standards will be applied to Namibia's elections. That'll be next week. In a dazzling rise from niche to mainstream, Manifest has been crowned Cambridge Dictionary's Word of the Year for 2024. This once self-help exclusive term, meaning willing something into existence through positive thinking, skyrocketed to fame with nearly 130,000 lookups on the Cambridge website, fueled by social media and celebrity buzz. Big names like Dua Lipa, Simone Biles and Sabrina Carpenter credited their triumphs to manifesting, calling it their secret to success. Fans captivated by their stories catapulted the word into the spotlight. Cambridge Dictionary's Wendelin Nichols noted manifest perfectly captures today's evolving language and cultural zeitgeist. This empowering term, steeped in optimism, highlights the magic of words shaping dreams into reality. That's it for news now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take another look at your sporting action. Here's G.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Carl. We got the manifesto wrong with this one. Terrible news ahead of their final test in their series. We focus on the box. A knee injury has ruled Springboks prop Oxen Chair out of tomorrow's test against Wales, or Saturday's test rather, at the Millennium Stadium. Initially named in that starting lineup, and Chair's absence now prompts Thomas du Toit to shift to loose head prop, with Wilco Louw stepping in at tight head. Louw, who returned to the starting side last week, will now earn back-to-back starts for the Boks. Now on to cricket. Some big moves at the top. Cricket SA, or Cricket South Africa, have revamped its leadership team. Now Enoch Nkwe transitions to Director of National Teams and High Performance, now overseeing the Proteas and development programs. Edward Khoza steps up as Executive Domestic Cricket head after over a decade with the CSA. And meanwhile, HR veteran Devni Ferdi Naidu brings 25 years plus of global expertise to the new Human Resources Executive role. Congratulations to all of them. Absolutely brilliant moves there. Now we turn to motorsports, and speaking of moves, he could make the final one of the season. Formula One heads to Las Vegas this week weekend for the second edition of the street race on the strip. And Max Verstappen, he's in the pound seat. He can secure another title by winning the race outright or even by finishing ahead of his nearest rival, Lando Norris. In fact, Verstappen could still clinch the crown in several scenarios, including finishing just behind Norris with the fastest lap as well. So you can do a bit of research there, but it seems his time has come. Likewise, the time for Italy. They claimed their fifth Billie Jean Cup title in tennis with a commanding 2-0 victory over Slovakia. So Jasmine Paolini sealing the win, dominating Rebecca Sramkova 6-2, 6-1. That was after Lucia Bronzetti's earlier triumph. So Italy's runners-up in 2023. They ended Slovakia's incredible unbeaten record in Spain this time out to lift their first title since 2013. Paolini capping a stellar year after reaching the Roland Garros and Wimbledon finals. She now finally gets her silverware. So congratulations there as well. And that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's see if the roads are waking up.
Let's take a look at how it is you can get to work safely and hopefully with no delays. Firstly, in Gauteng Midrand, there's congestion along the N1 southbound between New Road and Brakfontein interchange. It's causing minor delays over there, so please maintain a safe following distance. Then in the mother city, Cape Town, Brackenfell, there has been an accident on the N1 inbound ramp from Okavango Road. As a result, delays are expected and motorists are advised to exercise caution when passing through the affected area. That's all we have for now in terms of your traffic. Let's check out your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued severe weather warnings for today. A yellow level 4 warning predicts severe thunderstorms in southern KZN, potentially causing property damage, infrastructure disruptions, and service interruptions. A yellow level 2 warning extends to southern and central KZN and the Wild Coast, with localized damage and hazardous driving conditions expected, Meanwhile, the Western Cape's south coast faces a yellow level 3 warning with heavy downpours, excessive lightning, and small hail anticipated. Residents in affected areas are urged to exercise caution and stay updated as conditions may rapidly change. That's all we have for now in terms of your weather. We will keep you up to date with anything changing. However, my friend, we love that you always keep us up to date with what your side of life looks like with your sunrise view. And this morning, we have been blessed. Yes, I'm talking about Stacey from Cape Town. My love, this is absolutely stunning. I think you might be cheating a little bit. I don't think this is on a phone. I think it might be like on a camera with like 50,000 megapixels, because this is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. It looks something like out of a movie. And thank you so much, my lovely. This is you doing your country duty through and through. And Mzansi, I hope it has inspired you to do yours. Send us your sunrise view on 063-408-8863. Right now, let's check out what's happening with your temperatures.
Uppington 37, we're getting hot, eh? We're getting lovely. All right, but you know what? At this time of the year, you know, with all the weather and the strange fluctuations, can I tell you, sinus pressure also seems to fluctuate as well, which can lead to painful congestion and discomfort. And today we are exploring hands-on relief with the hospital pharmacist and SAAHIP, which is pretty much the South African Association for Hospital and Institutional Pharmacists. Our Cape Western Province chairperson of that organization, Brent Sinage, is here, who will show us a bit more about, you know, stimulating sinus pressure points to ease facial pain and, of course, hopefully congestion as well. How's it, Brent? It's great to have you here, man. Yo, you came at the right time. Every single person around me, there seems to be a sinus issue, and it's occurring later in the year, which is quite unique, because usually it's a I'm going to say, an August thing.
Yeah.
Why November? It's crazy.
It's more with the flu season still leaking in from winter. Then you've got your spring and all the pollen in the air, and that's causing just, you know, everything together, making it worse.
Yeah, it does. It's so weird the way this happens. But in terms of sinus pressure, you know, because this is a problem. Sinus pressure, it makes your eyes water, headaches get involved. You just kind of feel, I feel like when I get sinus pressure, I kind of feel like I'm not in control, like I'm like kind of out-of-body experience. You just don't feel like you're focused.
Yeah.
But where does that come from? Where does that sinus pressure come from?
So that pressure that you feel around your eyes, your nose, it's caused when the nasal passages, they become inflamed, they become swollen, and that can be due to various factors. You've got your bacterial infections, viral infections, allergies, very common now, and then more long-term or persistent pressure can be caused by deviated septum, which would need surgery to be corrected. And this inflammation is what causes the prevention of the mucus from actually draining properly out of those cavities, causing pain, discomfort, and that pressure that you feel there.
I got you. You're chatting to somebody with a deviated septum. Did you say I need surgery for that? Imagine me getting a nose job. No! Okay, but you know what? If it's a medical nose job, that's fine, right? Because it's good. Thank you.
We'll allow it.
Noted. Just letting you know. But please guide me through. We mentioned about actual tactile way to get the pressure, to, you know, kind of relieve the pressure. So what are some of the things we need to note when doing that? Because usually what I do is I pull back this little area over here to get relief. But I think it's mostly because of the deviated septum. But what are some of the pressure points we need to consider?
So there's 4 main pressure points that you're going to find in and around your face.
All right.
And easiest way I found 3 fingers like this.
Yes.
It's halfway between your nostril and your upper lip over there. One is 1 finger width away from your nose.
Yes.
And the last one is just in the midline of your eye.
Yeah.
Underneath the nose. So that's the first 3. And then the last one is what they call the third eye point, which is right here between your eyebrows. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what you're going to want to do is sit down, get comfortable, warm up your hands a bit, close your eyes, and then choose one of the points.
Yeah.
And then with one of your fingers, you just gently massage that point for several minutes, either in a circular motion or up and down. And you don't want to push too hard. You don't want to increase the pressure that's already happening inside that sinus cavity.
Okay.
As too much pressure could cause a bit of lightheadedness and even vertigo. So just take it easy and massage it. It shouldn't hurt. And it's always best to, if you feel that you don't know exactly where the points are or if it's causing excess pain, consult with a physiotherapist, consult with your doctor. They'll be able to point you in the right direction.
Consulting with the doctor, I think that's something that I wanted to just ask you about very quickly. Is that when is that time where you need to go knock on a doctor's door? Because I know that you can treat, and it becomes a pattern for your entire life. But when do we eventually say, hold on, I need to check this out?
So firstly, I would say go see your pharmacist. Let's see if we can treat it if it's the first episode.
Okay,
if
great.
it hasn't happened before and you've got really bad sinus and you don't know what to do, go and see your pharmacist. We can provide some over-the-counter medication, some either oral tablets or a nasal spray that can help clear it up. We do recommend you don't use a decongestant for more than 5 days. If the symptoms persist longer than that, or you use it, it goes away and it comes back, you know, on a 2-3 weekly basis, then it's time to go see a doctor. If it's accompanied with a fever, if your mucus or the snot that's coming out, if that's a different color other than clear, that also might be an indication of an infection, which would require antibiotics from a doctor.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you for that advice as well. A nasal spray is also another intervention for sinus relief. We all know that. If you've ever experienced any sinus problems, I feel like a demonstration as to how to use nasal spray is important, because I've been told that a lot of people get this wrong.
Yes, and then they feel like their nasal spray isn't working.
Yes.
But it's just because they're not getting the most effective use out of it. So I'm going to pretend you're a patient.
Okay.
And I'm going to explain to you how to use a nasal spray.
Thank you. This is my nasal spray that I'm using today. This is it. Okay, so what I do here?
Okay, so the first step, which we won't do now, but what I would say is you need to wash your hands, make sure it's clear. And then what you want to do is use the cross hand method. So if you're putting it into your right nostril, you use your left hand. Okay.
So I'm going to use the deviated septum side first.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay, so you're going here?
You're going to point it, and then you're going to aim the tip of the nasal spray to the corner of your eye, outwards like that.
And then spray.
As you spray, you take in a slightly deep breath, not a deep breath, because if you breathe too deeply, the active ingredient is just going to go all the way down your throat and cause infection, irritation. So spraying like that, slight breath in, hold it for a few seconds.
Okay.
And then you let it go.
But I like the angle. The angle actually kind of coats the cavity as well. Okay, let's do this one.
Repeat on the other side. And then the final...
What is in here? That's some good stuff right there. Woo! Hello. No, I'm kidding. This is great.
Just generic notes.
But I like the fact that we're angling it this way. So it's actually, I feel like it's coating the surface. The surface area is covered as opposed to going all the way to the back. And then you almost taste it immediately.
Yes, yeah, which you don't want to do.
No, not at all. This is great. I love this. Okay, well, Brent, thank you so much for all of the sinus relief, pretty much, with information. And I think this is why we trust pharmacists, because it's people in your community and people like you that we rely on. And this is why we celebrate pharmacists on the show as often as we can. Thank you, Brent.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Thank you.
And there you have it. Simple techniques paired with Sinutab to free yourself from a blocked nose. Try these tips at home and just breathe easy, fast.
Festive is on us with Mrs. Balls. Make every dish a celebration with the unforgettable taste of Mzansi's #1 chutney. Bring your flavor to the table with Mrs. Balls and add that Mzansi flair to stand a chance to win your share of 40,000 Rand in cash. Take a picture of your most festive recipe starring Mrs. Balls and share it on the competition post on Expresso's social pages using #MrsBalls. Show us why everybody loves the Mrs. this festive season. Competition closes 6 December. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. If you've just joined us, you know what? You came at the right time because My Design Rules, the hit show. It's electrifying On S3, where creativity collides with competition, 4 dynamic design duos take on the ultimate challenge, transforming 4 stunning apartments in a century-old Sea Point building. Under the watchful eyes of industry icons like Biel Bellingham, as well as Lesego Moagi, the teams race against the clock for a grand prize of 300,000 Rand. I had to slow it down. That's how big that prize is. But that's not all. Viewers get a chance to cast their votes with an additional 100,000 Rand at stake for the fan-favorite team. And today, we're thrilled to welcome back the talented siblings. These guys are from Team Earth. You've got Sipe and Baphelele, who are here, grounded. That's why they're Team Earth. That makes sense to them. Hello, you design. You're amazing people. I'm also going to take your hand because I'm a big fan. Because there's a challenge that you just won. Oh, my word. This is great. Wow. Honestly, at this moment right now, many people would think that this is a rap interview. That we're about to drop a mixtape.
Yeah.
But this is okay because this is actually more about Team Earth and the fact that you just won this incredible challenge. And I just want to know, for anybody who, and I don't know who doesn't watch My Design Rules, but it's okay. But just this challenge itself, like just what was the basic, the setup of it, and why do you think you won?
The setup of it was the main suite, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like we won because we thought a lot about the planning. We did a lot of planning. We added a lot of details. I think we played around with so much texture, but with that all, everything tied together, the combos were communicating. So like it was really like, you know, breathtaking. Also, I feel like the collaborations, you know, I was working with my mom for the first time. She was doing like the scatter cushions, the throws. Louis Keys that was there with the artwork, you know, got some local lights as well from a local lady.
Yes.
And she did an amazing job. So like all those elements just like brought everything to life, you know. We just were like orchestrating everything, but you know, the tilers also were tiling, late nights, you know, it was really like crazy energy. Like I'm really trying to like recall the moment, you know. It was like a lot of energy we put in, and we were like we really wanted to prove a point, you know, and we brought it home, and the family was happy, the community was happy. So it's, yeah, man, it felt like a lot of hard work that had like paid off.
Wow, and I love there's a sense of collaboration that you mentioned there, which is important, and that's how design works. You know, you can't just be a one-track person, one-track mind. You got to open yourself up, and I think that's exactly what you did.
Exactly.
Which is important. But Belele, just in terms of the actual room itself, in your opinion, when you walk into the suite, what's the big thing that you should notice first? Like, what's the main feature?
The main feature, it's not a physical thing. It's more of like a feeling, right?
Oh,
it's very tranquil. It's a tranquil feeling. The space is very calm. It's warm. There's a lot that you can take from the space, but the color palette kind of transcends the space itself. You know, it's Team Earth, so we kind of like to break down a lot of elements. There's greens. There's like off-whites. There's nude colors. There's like browns and oranges. So there's a lot of colors to take and kind of consume. There's a lot happening visually, but it's put together well. So, I mean, it's just in the details and just looking at, you know, how it came together.
I love the fact that there's that greens, and then lighting is quite important. You know what I mean? It's not just the one element. Lighting and greens, the way they play off each other, especially in the evening when you walk into a suite, it's so important. You got to feel the calm, and I feel like that's what you're going for here. Just to move to another room for a second. Kitchen design. They say kitchen's the heart of the home. And we got to talk about kitchen design as well.
So with the kitchen, you know, you want to keep it open. You want to add elements where you can communicate with the, you know, the visitors, and you want to create a cozy, not too masculine, not too like feminine. You know, feminine. You know, you want to balance it out very nicely, you know, so that, you know, everyone is catered to. You know, you want to add different elements of materials, you know, to layer it up, but also keep it calm, you know, and just sophisticated, you know. I think that's what, you know, we think about kitchens, and also, you know, function is very important. You know, function is everything. Everything has to function well, and
I love that.
Kind of communicate.
You know, I've been watching some of the clips of the development of your spaces as well, and you know what, when you walk into a space the first time, you see it's rugged and raw, and you're painting your way there, and you're thinking, like, the thing is, you cannot see the form of the space. You plan in your mind all you want to, but the only way you can really feel that you've landed it is when you walk into it when it's completed. And I want to say kudos to both of you. Team Earth is just, you're contenders. I want to tell you that straight up. For me, like, you're contenders. You're also very hard workers. If anybody were to call you lazy, they must come talk to me. You guys are so I don't know what. I think that's the thing about also being in the South African context, as you mentioned about kitchen and flow. We're entertainers. South Africans don't like that. I'm going to be in my corner and you in that corner. We like our home to be shared. I mean, often we have people staying over, and I think that's another thing that I've been watching you do as Team Earth, is that it's the grounding in South African context that I think is what's going to take it home for you guys.
Thank you, man.
Don't tell the other teams. Don't tell the other teams. I know they might be watching. Okay, but I just think that it's going to be a great challenge as well.
Thank you so much.
Just in terms of just the finale, maybe just that insight as well as a duo. I think it's a beautiful thing. It really is that thought process in this whole process, and I think that let's just say you take this whole thing home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just say you take this whole thing home. As a duo, as two people going into this challenge, what is the one thing you'd say would be that's why we won?
I think it's really our connection. I feel like we flow together, like we're the yin and the yang. He sees what I don't see, and like there's always like room for everyone to kind of like lead and fall back, like, and we like, our teamwork is just, it's out of this world. Like, we say things to each other without even saying it, and that creates, like, you see it in our work, and we work hard. Like,
I know.
We work super hard.
I still see paint on you guys.
Yeah.
I'm joking, I'm not joking. That's how it goes. This is it's the key to My Design Rules, is that if you don't collaborate as a team and with your suppliers, nothing's going to come through. And I think also the humility in what you do. This is why Team Earth, the grounding, I think that humility is powerful. So, wow. All the best for the rest. You guys are fantastic. If you want to see Sipe and Bapelele unleash their creativity, all you have to do is tune in for another jaw-dropping transformation and do discover which team will claim the ultimate prize of 300K. And don't forget to vote for your favorite duo. Follow My Design Rules on social media for more information. And don't forget to catch My Design Rules every Sunday at 7 p.m. on S3, with repeats on Thursdays at 2 p.m. and Sundays at 1 p.m. So don't miss out.
This Sunday evening at 7 on My Design Rules. With the kitchen challenge simmering, the design duos have to make sure it doesn't boil over before the deadline.
It's always a close call with Zrilli and I. We've got half of what we need.
The catering on here must go in still, so I'm a bit stressed.
If there's anything that's not done today, we're not going to have a kitchen for judging.
My Design Rules, Sunday evenings at 7 on S3. Channel your transformation.
So as these design geniuses prove every episode, a little bit of help in those crunch moments goes a long way. And we're about to dive into the world of quality, expertise and innovation with Plascon Paint's Expert Series. These guys know what they are doing. In this episode, we are spotlighting City Paint and Tool in Gqeberha, a proud founding member of Paint Experts. Get ready to discover why these stories and the people that embody them and fill these stores are the ultimate destination for all of your painting needs. Take a look.
Our basic service to our contractors is, the moment the contractor asks us for the quote, we write them a specification. We use our spec tool in-house, and then we also go to the site, measure the site for the contractor free of charge. Or if it's a plan that the customer needs to quote on our contractor, we literally read the plan and we quantify the needs of the paint that's required to do the job. So the estimated quantity, it will go with the specification that we give them, and then everybody is then covered. If I say covered in what product to use, how to use it, and also we can also do training with the guys when they start the site We do a reference area of the specific product, and then we teach their guys how to work with it if it's a new product for them.
The service is excellent, expert service that we get from these guys, and then obviously the quality and the pricing is unbeatable, and I've got peace of mind with these guys, for my clients, with quality products. Our company's been going for about 5 years now, and since they've opened up the branch over here, we've been buying products from them because of convenience for us, and then always get friendly service and quality products. The knowledge that we get over here and the backup, which is the most important thing, is unrivaled from other suppliers, etc. Basically, when we do get a contract, we get City Paint in to come with us to the clients, meet with the clients directly, so that the clients actually see that it's not a fly-by-night company, or etc. It's quality items that they're getting.
Most of our contractors, when we offer that service of being on site and that, the outcome is always positive. It builds a personal relationship as well, which I think is very important.
The client gets his guarantee, he gets peace of mind that someone is actually monitoring us doing the work. We're not just doing the work out of our own, and we make sure that the warranties are all in place, which is the most important thing from a client's point of view.
All of these services that we offer are free of charge. There's no extra hidden costs or anything like that. It's a service that we offer to the clients to make sure that they get the best value for their money, and their vision that they sort of are going for, that we can help them to achieve it. We do that by means of, as we can see, the color swatches behind us, helping them choose colors. We can match colors. We've got a tinting bay at the back where the guys can match colors to the T, and then all the other tools that we use which are industry relevant. So like the moisture meters, the laser meters, measuring wheels, all things like that that can assist us to make sure that the customers get their colors correct and processes of the projects correct. So we're not just there to sell paint. We're there to run this whole marathon with you, and then to make sure that that product on the wall sticks there. It will give you the life expectancy what the spec tool is giving us.
Most of the products that are specified by architects and clients, developers, and that are Plascon based. Having a Plascon service center or things nearby is very helpful.
The difference between the Paint Expert store and a normal paint store or outlet, I would say it's all our combined experience between our sales staff. Sales staff internally, the guy that you will meet up when you walk first time into the store, it's guys that works on the counters. Those guys are properly trained. We do training now, obviously, every month to keep up with the new products developed by Plascon and new methods that we find that we can use on site to do things quicker. And then on the external sales, the combined years of experience. I'm 25 years in paint already. Daniel is 15 years in paint already. There's a lot of guys that got a lot of experience that can tap from each other's information and knowledge. Should you get stuck with something on the site or something, or Plascon gives us very good backup with their technical staff that they help us with.
This is the paint specification tool. This is exclusive to the Paint Expert members. A very handy tool. You can actually go in, you can see over here we've got new substrates previously coated in surface preparation. There's two different types of specs that we can do. We can do a one-pager, or we could do a whole contract which is various substrates in that we would then do a specification for.
The first time when they buy from us, I can promise you it won't be the last time. They will keep coming back for the perfect service that they will experience.
I'm going to say thank you to the paint experts, and seeing as we've got our My Design Rules connection, I'm going to say thank you to all the contractors, to the guys actually doing the hard work, dealing with all those crazy expectations. You guys mean the world to us in these spaces, so thank you for being in our corner.
Thanks a lot, G. Now, these two talented designers from MDR are here. Sipe Mbapelele, and naturally, Team Earth is required to do some challenges later. They've got a very cheesy challenge coming up. And for that, I need to prepare them. I need to offer them something that'll be lovely. So I'm going to give them a bit of chocolate milk.
Okay.
I think it's going to be fantastic. Chocolate milk is going to it's going to calm you.
We love chocolate.
All right. It's you do? I would never ever have guessed. But there we go. I'm gonna just give you a half pour over here. We'll do the rest later. And what I want you to do is just enjoy that. The cheesy challenge is going to be great. And then when it comes to sun protection, we also got you hooked up because we want to make sure you get a total sun protection from ears all the way down to the toes. And we have the perfect expert for that a little bit later. So these guys... Yes, of course you can start drinking. Enjoy the chocolate milk. That's why I gave it to you. Cheesy challenge coming up with these two a little later, plus sunscreen protection. So make sure you stay there. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Step into a world where color meets possibility with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products and stand to win a state-of-the-art Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid worth 500,000 Rand. Simply WhatsApp your receipt name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply. Plascon, together we've got this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back as we dip into a medical discussion, but one that really should be of importance to all of us. I think many of us remember to apply sunscreen to our faces and our arms, but what about those often overlooked spots like your ears? Some of us that might stick out a little more than you'd like. The neck, the hands, they are in constant connection to the sun. And today we are joined by one of our favorites, Dr. Lauren Knight, to chat about the importance of full spectrum sun protection. And she's here to share why it's essential to cover every area and not just the obvious ones. And we asked our crew how they apply sunscreen because they know everything, to see if they get it done correctly. Let's take a look.
Maybe sun, the best to go. I am avid applier. No, I'm gonna go crazy. All the way.
Put on. This very carefully. And always try and put main things with what I know. Right, and then the ears.
The ears. I like my hair going one direction. I get all of that in underneath, but I don't miss a spot, same to side.
Those are the main things to concentrate on, and there's my wall paint there.
Oh yeah. Just lather it up. I like it when it's kind of still bluish. You know it's still on.
Have to protect the world champions, you know? Shake it up. Make sure you got a good squirt. Good dollop, and then make sure that you slide it all over. Nice and smooth. You make me an
Okay, look, so I think that was an absolute lie. Ryle literally bathes in sunscreen, so you can get it everywhere, okay? The bottom line is I think all of us can do with a little bit of advice. So well done to you guys. Thank you so much. We've spoken a lot about sun protection over the last few weeks, but we can't stress it enough. So, Lauren, thank you so much for being here. Maybe let's start at the very beginning here. Why is it so important, especially at this time of the year with our sun, that we are adequately covered?
I mean, it is so important and we'll never stop talking about it. And the reason really is skin cancer and skin cancer prevention. So skin cancer is one of the commonest cancers in South Africa, and melanoma ranks as one of the top 5 invasive malignancies. And I think our incidence in South Africa ranks only second to Australia. So that speaks to kind of the burden of disease and the burden of the problem that we actually have in South Africa. And the thing about skin cancer is that it's largely preventable. So through your sun protection, your sun avoidance, you can do a lot to protect yourself. And then the other thing is that we want to drive awareness. So we want to enable awareness to allow for early detection, early treatments, allowing for better outcomes for people and ultimately saving lives.
And we've seen that in other areas where the awareness traction has been found. Within breast cancer, we have saved so many lives because women have taken control of that part of the process. So to feel like you can be proactive is amazing. And this is something where you can start the culture of protection from the very beginning with your little ones. And I always use that word culture because that's the stuff that gets learned and carried on and done when you're not there. You're not poolside with them, you know, and we want that. But that being said, I have to shame myself, out myself, my ears have been burnt so many times. And you'd think I can see them sticking out from the side of my head, but we often forget about little areas, the nooks and crannies. So what are those biggest kind of danger zones that we often forget about?
Well, exactly that. Your kind of risk areas live at the edge of your good intentions. So you've done your face and you haven't kind of extended into your hairline. So some of us might have a bit of a further receding hairline, but take it up into your hair, onto your ears, the tips of your ears, particularly important, and the back of your ears and down the back of your neck. We often see, you know, sun changes as well as skin cancers around the back of the neck. So back of your ears, down the back of the neck, your front of your neck, your hands, and the top of the feet also. We forget about top of feet in sandals, you know, on the beach, and the lips. Please don't forget the lips. I think the lips are often overlooked, and we see so much sun damage and obviously eventually pre-cancers and cancers in these overlooked areas. And it's so sad because you were just almost there.
Yeah,
and you just missed it.
You fell at the finish line, literally. So many other products will. So you think of kind of lip care, they will have an SPF in, but it's not necessarily the factor 50 or what we need. So I'm saying, like, let go of the aesthetic. If you're going out into the hectic sun, you need the factor 50 and you got to put it everywhere. What happens when we aren't fully covered, if we are leaving those little gaps and spaces?
Well, I mean, you really run the risk of anything that's exposed needs to be covered. Anything that is exposed is at risk. So, you know, we often think about faces, arms, hands, because they're out. You know, and we forget about our bodies. But if you're out in the sun, you need to think about your level of protection appropriate to the areas that is exposed. And exactly like you say, cover up if you can't put the sunscreen on, or use a hat to protect those areas, and use appropriate formulations for the activity or the exposure that you're going to be having.
Yeah, water resistant, sweating, those sorts of things. I'm just thinking of all the drivers, the long haul drivers who are looking at their right arm right now going, okay, maybe I need to think about
and
that.
right side of the face, we see a lot of, there's a good study that's actually a split face study of a truck driver in America.
Yeah, I've
and this
seen those
purely
photos.
shows you the damage the sun does with repeated exposure.
Which is a little bit terrifying. So how do we do it properly? Is there a one-size-fits-all? How do we effectively get to all the areas that we need?
We try and make it standardized. We're wanting to be at least, you know, start with the right product. You're wanting at least an SPF 50, broad spectrum, UVA, UVB. You want to be applying it in appropriate quantities, reapplying every 2 hours, potentially more frequently if you're swimming, if you're sweating. And you want to make sure you're applying in the right amount. So we spoke a lot about the 2-finger rule, everything that's exposed, so face, ears, back of the chest. And then look into different formulations. So can you get a spray for those hard-to-reach areas?
Yes.
Can you enlist the help of a friend, you know, to help you get those areas? And a nice tip is if you know you're going out, do your sunscreen before you get to the beach. That gives you the privacy to make sure you're getting into all the spots, and then you're just doing your reapplication when you're out in public.
You can even make a funny TikTok video with certain things blurred out in your
love to
bedroom
see it.
beforehand, trying to get to those awkward, funny places.
That's the challenge for the team for next week.
I love that. So maybe there is a deeper question in that notion of all the different formats and the modalities that it comes in. How do you know what's right for you? And are some more effective than others? For instance, is a cream that sinks in more effective than a spray that lands on the surface?
I mean, yes and no. And the great thing about all these different formulations is that we know that the right sunscreen for you is the one you're going to like.
Yeah.
So the beauty of formulations and different options is that you can find one that you like, that you're happy to use, that you can afford. But yes, there is some nuance in the application. So we obviously like creams and lotions because your dosing is precise. We know how much you've put on. Whereas your sprays, your powder brush on things, it gets a little bit tricky.
A windy day in Cape Town, you're spray painting the person next to you.
Exactly, and that's the thing, it's about kind of getting close enough to your target area. And the thing to remember with aerosolized sprays, you actually have to do 4 passes over the area.
Oh,
so you always see people just like kind of doing a spray and, like you say, spraying
Running
the environment.
through it, yeah.
But you've got to kind of focus and 4 passes over that area actually. So everything will give you the advertised SPF, but it's about how you apply it.
Do
So
it
it's just
properly.
really important to know the nuances in the applications and the different formulations.
And I'm going to say it, 50 plus and up. Make sure you are adequately protected, because this is something that all of us can do to potentially prevent cancer. It's as simple as that. Doc, thank you so much. We absolutely love what you represent, especially going into this time of the year. Full coverage is key, and it is the key to staying safe in the sun. Your skin will ultimately thank you, certainly when you start getting to my age. So be sure to protect all areas with Nivea Sun, which comes in the trigger, the lotion, and the spray format for easier application. Remember, you can also buy any Nivea Sun product and also stand a chance to win, and this is how.
Wouldn't you love to visit the home of tropical island of Treasure Zanzibar? Well, you can. Buy any Nivea Sun product, dial *120*607#, and you could stand a chance to win a trip for 2 to the Safira Blue Luxury Resort and Villas in Zanzibar. Keep your till slip handy. T's and C's apply. You could be soaking up the sun in Zanzibar. Oh, yes, honey, you could be a winner indeed. Don't forget to enter, because I want you to win. Right now, though, we need to jump on into all of the Christmas cheer that is around us. And I am so excited because we are going to be learning all about how we can have the ultimate Christmas PJ party with the entire family. You know, those cute matching vibes. Oh, I can't wait for us to see that. Then we're also going to be jumping on into a cheesy gift wrapping challenge with none other than Team Earth. I'm talking about Sipe and Bapelele. It is going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Who's going to win? That is the question. And I'm so excited because normally they're a team, now they're apart. Stick around. It's about to be good. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3. And Christmas is more than exchanging gifts. It's about spending quality time with those closest to your heart. And this year, Woolworths is bringing back their beloved matching PJ sets, thank goodness, with a new design and a Disney collab. And we have the incredible stylist and extraordinary Taryn Oppel here is here to make sure that we can do a Woolworths festive in the most easy way possible. We could even do it in our sleep. That's why matching PJs are important. As you can see, Taryn...
Oh, I may or may not have rolled out of bed.
This is great.
In my half PJ.
It's fine. It's really good today. It's really
I was feeling festive, feeling excited.
But I like the fact that you've got Mickey, you know, all over there.
I know, who doesn't love Mickey Mouse?
I love Mickey Mouse.
As a kid,
You want to be proud of have a club mouse?
Okay.
Hey, Darren. Sorry, I have to.
Feeling quite nostalgic
That's
now.
it. I apologize. Sorry, that's another one completely. But when it comes to being full-on festive, all right, this is going to be it's a moment to have matching PJs. Let's think about that for a second. Because you want the family unity. I mean, maybe you and the significant other has had a year of work and you haven't had a chance to kind of show unity. Now we have unity in a PJ set. Come on.
Can you imagine the photo ops as well?
That's the thing, and I want you to take us through the range over here. We've got a couple of models that are going to bring it out here, but let's first start with the collab with Disney. Exciting times.
So exciting. Like I said, who doesn't love Mickey Mouse?
Yes.
But I do want to talk about the design because, okay, so I'm obviously
I mean, you're the first model. Let's go on, Taryn, hold on. You're the first model, okay?
I'll pull out the blue one because the blue's for boys and the white's for the gals.
Okay.
But what I love about this collab, besides Mickey, is that they've really looked at the design. It's almost like a nod to the fact that we celebrate Christmas in summer season in the Southern Hemisphere.
Thank goodness.
I know, right?
If I see another bit of snow, I'm like, I'm sorry, guys, man.
Doesn't relate to us.
It's hot here.
So instead of the Christmas tree, they've looked at like the tropical palm tree with the Christmas lights in them. So it's really, really cute. Little happy holidays print on there. And also what I love about these sets is that it comes with this little pouch. So gift ideas. You can put a name on, a little message, pop it under the tree.
Thank goodness. You know, and that's the thing, especially at this time of year. You get so busy, you don't have a lot of thought process for gifting. Boom, walk into
Woolworths. And who's got time for wrapping? Not me.
Gifts.
So, you know. And then we move on to these other cotton sets. Again, it's all about that family vacay, the Holly Jolly Adventures with Mickey. He's on a road trip. We've got the candy cane black shorts.
Okay, that looks so comfortable. And also the material.
So soft.
Looks very soft and comfortable,
soft,
right?
And this fabric is made using Stay New technology, so it's going to last for a few Christmases.
Oh, thank you.
Good quality. And then we've got the red set, which I love.
I need that. Like,
for you.
I need these.
The candy cane stripes. Obviously big for Christmas. It's all about being on Team Nice.
That's it, because we are Team Nice, aren't we?
It's all the presents. And obviously, as we mentioned, it's a matching opportunity for the whole family. And when I say the whole family, it starts with the very little bubbas. Maybe it's their first Christmas, right up into the big dads.
Oh my word. Imagine if we had a model that's a baba. That would be spectacular.
Oh, well, Carl,
you know what?
I'm so glad you said that.
Why?
Because we do.
We have models. Did you bring a baba?
There's an actual baby.
I want to see the baby. Bring the baby.
So we're going to bring out the whole family.
This is...
I'm finished. Okay, I can't.
I'm sorry. I'm... this is... The
How
Christmas
fun.
card moment that you can have
Can you
here.
see it?
I can see it.
Opening gifts in the morning, take some pics. What's also great is that you can buy these really cute accessories. So Megan's got her sleep mask. There's some socks floating around here. Jaylee's got some hair scrunchies. So the matching is taken to a whole other level.
This is absolutely incredible. And the whole family, please, you look good. The smiles are there. Even the socks match, man. Dude, what?
And also want to point out that some girls, you know, they love a little nighty dress. It's still red. It can still be part of the mix. So there's also that opportunity
I'm
to...
really feeling festive.
Me
like,
too.
I'm probably feeling... Thank you so
Me
much, family. And
too.
thank you for bringing a baby. Look at that.
You're so cute.
Yeah, this is wonderful. And as you can see, this is your Christmas card sorted. Just go to Woolworths. You got the outfits there. Thank you, models. You're amazing. That's socks. I need those socks badly. Can I just also ask you about these, please?
Okay, so these are obviously the boxes.
My gift today?
Sorry, I didn't wrap it, but
okay, cool. Thank you.
Also on theme
Yes.
with the Holly Jolly Adventure and everything. It's really, really cute boxes. I actually want these.
No, but I think that's for everybody. I think ladies, we need to normalize ladies wearing boxes and gents.
Absolutely.
Especially in summer.
Yeah,
You know?
just
So
pair it
that's-
with a team nice tea and there you go.
And then you're done and dusted. Also, I mean, I'm from Cape Town, and in summer we wear boxes to swim in the ocean. So that's fine. So we can, so we can just, you know, and public
taking,
pools, we just use our boxes. That's
taking
fine.
the Christmas spirit everywhere.
That, and you know what? It's Disney too, if I remember my childhood correctly. That's great. I love that. But honestly, what I like is the materiality. I think it's high quality materials. The softness have been thought of. The temperature has been thought of for Christmas,
Yes,
something
the
that's not
breathability.
often thought about during this time of the year. Christmas seems so Northern Hemisphere, and Woolworths has said, ha, I see you Northern Hemisphere, and I give you a summer Christmas card ready. Beautiful moment with PJs. Come on, man. This is lovely. Taryn, as always, thank you so much.
Thanks,
I
Carl.
really appreciate you. And the thing is, if you would like to be part of Team Nice, we'd like you to be a member of Team Nice. Santa knows, especially when you're in your PJs and a Christmas card moment. So if you want to shop any of these sets, all you have to do is go into your local Woolworths and go enjoy, because they know that the difference is in the PJ sets. So go online, you can shop in-store or on the app, only at Woolworths.
You remember the very first day of December? Woolies was changing the mind of pretenders while chasing the clouds away.
Tune's got us in the mood. Holiday prep is what it is all about. It's not just about the gifts that go under the tree or the cute little outfits. It's also about the creative ways we make everyday things feel a little more festive. So today we are putting a very cheesy twist, and we are like the cheesiest people on TV, but we're going to try our hand at gift wrapping with a bit of a twist. So let's see whether Siphe or Bapalela can take the design prowess, the genius that they display on My Design Rules, winning challenges. Come on. What I love, dude, your eyes when Carl said, just, okay, so now you win the 300,000 Rand. It was like in that moment you finally understood what this is all about. You're like, okay, all right, I'm willing to go with that notion. I love it because you guys are on that path, which is great. But right now we're going to throw that all out the window and we're going to put you to the ultimate test, okay?
For sure.
So yes, we love wrapping presents, but what about wrapping food? So we've got our new clover slices, which are a little bit thicker. I'll get into those particulars in a moment, which are great for like wrapping cocktail sausages. Yes, have a little bit of fun.
Okay.
I want you guys to push the boat out. We're going to have some fun. You're going to have 0 time, 60 seconds to try and recreate, to literally wrap as many of these food items as you can with a bit of festive flair. Cool. All right, I can see the creative juices flowing already.
Yeah,
I think you're going to be all right.
I'm
all
already
right.
like,
so 60 seconds is unbelievably quick, okay? So just, you know what time pressures are like, guys. You understand this better than I understand this, all right? No crews to help you out, okay? No difficult choices in terms of paints or tiles, but some tougher ones when it comes to how are you going to wrap the cheese.
Okay,
All right, so Jace, you up for the challenge?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I can see you've almost finished your chocolate milk, so we might need a bit of a refill there in just a moment. But you're going to start your 60-second challenge in 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Straight out the gates. You're going to see a slightly different approach between these two designers. I think we kind of get the impression that you guys share one brain, okay? A very big brain, but you guys, you're kind of a yin and yang, which I love. You kind of represent two different sides of the same coin, which is very, very cool. And of course, what we are using here are individually wrapped cheddar and Gouda cheese slices. They offer a new, a creamier and a cheesier taste that makes them perfect for all kinds of gatherings and for having a little bit of fun like this. On the new and improved recipe with vibrant orange color and thicker slices, they make certainly this stand out, but they add an extra layer of appeal for holiday dishes, and they give you a bit more backbone to work with. In fact, the 400 gram and the limited 950 gram packs, that's got 54 slices plus 3. Yeah, I told you, man, 60 seconds. Perfect for family gatherings like this. And done. Wow, we had two very different approaches here.
I won.
And I won.
Where's your cheese? Come on, look at
All
that,
I do is win.
This is
okay,
bad,
so talk me through what you have created here. It looks beautiful. It's beautiful on the eye.
This is the mix of everything. You
Voila.
just spice it up a little more touch.
Nice.
this
A bit of
is
herb
cheating,
day. Bit of herb day.
Come on. Look at this, though. What
You gotta
is
use
this?
it's the teepee. It's
This
the
looks
cheese
like a
teepee.
volcano.
Exactly.
Cheese
I'm just waiting for cheese to come flowing out there. So, my brother, talk us through your beautiful creation.
Well, this is supposed to
maybe
be-
put it front and center there so that the people can see.
Wow.
This is supposed to be a Christmas
Oh.
cheese. That was the concept.
Well, I think you kind of deliver. It's got green on it. It's it's shaped kind of like a tree.
Yeah. It was going in that direction.
It really was, man. Oh man, these challenges will
Christmas
find
around
you
the
out,
corner,
eh?
you know what I mean?
I don't know.
All I'm saying is rather get the spectacular failures out of your system here now in a safe place with the cheese, okay? So that the real cheese doesn't go out the window. So we're going to have to throw this to a live studio vote.
Okay.
All right, which is the
Okay.
most... It's hectic, man.
Come
okay?
on,
It's going to
guys.
crush
This
your
is
spirit.
this
It's
is
going to
gonna
crush
be
your
so
soul.
Team CP. Team CP.
Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, let's hear it for Team CP.
Hi, Bo.
Hey? You know when you run the bath and it's all hot and you
Maybe
forget
must
about
come
it
back
and
to
then you
me
come back
again,
and it's
like-
like lukewarm.
No.
Hey, that was a little
He's
lukewarm.
taking an L.
Papalele. Okay, you had you put it out there. You went for something that was quite conceptual. Okay.
No, guys.
Can
Let's
people
see.
see your vision? Can they tie into what you believe? Can we get a round of applause? Wow. Yeah. Wait. I
The
think
champ
there's-
is here.
I think there's one more. Okay, let's just do one more definitive round. CP.
Come on, guys. Yeah.
All right, Papalele.
Oh, my God.
Can I just do this for the rest of the show? Can we just take top retreat? I think, yes, as he proclaimed.
Yes, sir.
Very proudly, I think
One of
before
one.
this thing even happened,
One
we
of
have a
one.
winner. Well done, CP.
I'm
Congratulations.
him. I've been him. I've been telling you, bro.
Well, the nice thing is, the joy here is you're actually on the same team.
Yeah.
Okay, so from here on out, no more ructions. We don't want to drive a wedge between the two of you, even if it's a wedge of cheese, but we love the way that you guys roll. So congratulations. You can tuck in if you want. I think the holiday season is about exactly that. Taking the small bites and those shared moments that make gatherings so special. So try pairing these individually wrapped cheese slices with a little bit of fun with some bite-sized foods like sliders, some mini sandwiches that you might find in your kitchen. Maybe some little pies could be a little bit of fun. Just have some fun with it and, of course, share the moment with family and friends. Well done.
What's new from Clover? Experience the irresistible taste and richness of Clover's new cheese slices. Now thicker, cheesier, and with improved flavor. Mmm, so cheesy. Try it. You'll love it. Clover, made with love.
Hey, kumnandi Cape Town, Sana. There's so much happening, and I absolutely love it because this is the kind of energy we need to go into our Thursday, 5 to the weekend, and we have all the energy as well here in Johannesburg, all right? Let me tell you, let me give you the vibes that you need to stick around for. Firstly, on the way, what advice would you give to your younger self when it comes to finances? My lovely, we're going to be having that chat, and you know how important it always is with our ABSA family. And then I said we have the vibes. We're doing the things that need to be done. MT, award-winning rapper Majal, he is here, and he is going to be talking all things DIY3. But on top of that, he's also going to be performing. So I know it is going to be an incredible Thursday indeed. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back after this.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code Expresso for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, we are absolutely happy that you came back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And looking back, you know, we all have those moments, gee, where we think, if only I'd done things differently. You know? If only I've done that. Just, I could have done that there.
Hey,
Could have
look
made
where
a
I'd
choice
be.
over here. Like, ah.
What could have been.
Yes. It feels that way, right?
I mean, I sometimes find myself saying, I wish I knew this back when. Maybe if I could go back, I would, especially when it comes to finances. Now, if I could actually remember my youth, I would probably go back at some point. But this is the universal truth. All of us wish we could go back and make slightly better choices.
If I saved earlier, you know how it goes. When it comes to managing money, hindsight is 20/20. Let's ask ourselves, if you could go back in time, what's the one piece of financial advice you'd give your 16-year-old self?
This is weird. Okay, this is weird. And we'll get a sane, mature adult response from Zanele in just a moment.
Cool. Let's get yours first.
But for me, I was hustling when I was 16. So I would go back and say, keep hustling, dude, because it was actually one of the more positive pillars in my financial journey, this notion of like, just look for the work wherever you can find it. Don't be too proud to do that. It might feel like, okay, I know nothing about the corporate world, but I was out there delivering invoices for some, you know, sort of corporate agency that was placing people in work positions. They're quite a famous company, so I'm trying to talk around, not branding them live on air. But I'm actually quite proud of what I did back then. It was the bad choices that started to happen maybe a little bit later. Zanele, can you give us a more grown-up response, please, right now? What do you wish you could go back and tell your 16-year-old version of yourself about money?
Here we go.
Do you know what? Graham, I feel like you're going to make the rest of us look bad, Kesana. Because me, I was buying donuts and pies at the tuck shop with all my money. So, therefore, I would tell myself to save. I don't understand. I used to get pocket money, and I mean, I didn't have any responsibilities, you know what I mean? And why I am so hard on myself is because I had a sibling who saved like nobody's business. Like, he would carry sandwiches to school and all these things. Me, I was Sis Malisa there at the tuck shop. You want a donut? I got you. You want a pie? Me too. I was just buying things for people and myself. It was terrible. You know what I mean? So I definitely tell myself to just be a little bit better in terms of money and thinking about the future, because I think it could have done something for me. So that's my advice. What about you, Carl? What's yours?
Oh, come. You see, now, you're going to get the deep and meaningful from me, but because money wasn't sort of free-flowing when I was growing up, I had a very bad relationship with money because I was kind of like trying to chase after it and hustle, but in the most negative way. And money became something like something that was kind of weighing me down.
Idol
if I don't have it, there's no value. And I would change my psychology of money as a 16-year-old and tell you, Carl, money is a tool. It's an enabler. And you just need to look at it differently and look at it with a better eye, as in, don't look at it in fear. Look at it as this is something that can really enable your life if you're consistent and you work hard.
That is on the nose, because I often find, because of that same sort of upbringing and how bad money was,
you understand
what it did to my family, I hate it.
Right? Exactly.
Love the money. Love the money. Let's see if the peeps out there are feeling as emotional and divided around such a thing. So we put to you guys on our social media pages. Gary jumps off, as he always does. Start investing as soon as possible and delay instant gratification. Skip the wasteful expenditures. Yes, if there was a time machine, I'd ask Gary Oakham to come back and visit me at around 19, just to sort me out. Thank you.
All right, Pat Britt saying to stay in one job longer, not to break service, so that your pension is enough to sustain you in your retirement. That's a big one.
Wow, that's
huge
the long
one.
game right there. That is the long game right there. I love that. Nkeba saying, buy only what you really need. Avoid compulsive, and I would imagine impulsive buying as well. Look out for sales like the Black Friday. It's coming. Cut down on food waste. Yep. Finally, try and save every last cent. True.
All right.
Beautiful.
Wowza. Good advice over there. And if you look back, we can see how important it is to start good financial habits earlier. But it's never too late to make a change. With tools like ABSA's budgeting and savings features, you can take charge of your finances today.
So do yourself a favor. absa.co.za is where you can find some great tips on building your financial confidence. So Nelia, I want to say, because I can see the year's worth of self-judgment coming out now in your eyes. You're okay, girl. All of us would go back and tell ourselves to save a little bit more, because we've all got that one friend who's like bought a house when they were 25 because of all of that. So don't judge yourself too harshly, girl. We're all in the same boat.
Oh, thank you, my Graham. I appreciate that, because all I've bought is like another pie since then. You know what I mean? But it's okay. We'll get to the house. We'll get to the house.
Oh, absolutely love it. Well, don't judge yourself too harshly. Just try and take the gems out of what we've been saying and start saving today. Every day could be Kepe Day when you play Daily Lotto for a guaranteed 580,000 Rand jackpot this Thursday. Don't miss out. That number's got a ring to it.
I think it's because it's a big savings boost if you think about it. You can buy your tickets now if you walk into a store with a positive attitude. If you click onto a website, nationallottery.co.za, with a positive attitude, when you grab the mobile app, download it to your phone, and then you do your thing, positive cell phone banking, oh yes please, and simply dialing star 120 star 7529 hash. That is for USSD.
And then you manifest.
Manifest.
The word of the year, people, for a reason. All those details will be up on our Expresso social media pages, so you can go and check them out at your leisure. Then Panda push a play for that Daily Lotto, guaranteed at 580,000 Rand. That's your year-end bonus right there.
Right.
Oh, good luck.
All right, so coming up, we have a lovely recipe. All right, it's a recipe for success. It's got to do with ribs and slaw and smoky mayo.
I thought you were going to take me down a different path, and I was going to be upset. And then what is a real recipe? So now I'm actually really happy about it.
It's actually a real recipe. We're going to take you onto that. It's going to be fantastic. And then we've got an award-winning performer, MT.
The boy.
That's going to be amazing.
Pew, pew,
so
pew.
The great thing is that we're going to fill your empty stomach with ribs and then give you a filling entertainment piece with MT. Wow.
Fill the cup right up.
Dreaming of the perfect night's sleep? One lucky viewer stands to win a queen-size Hybrido Dream base set and memory foam pillow worth 18,000 Rand from Restonic. Simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, X or IG pages and tell us, if you could give your bedroom a makeover for the best sleep experience, which iDream mattress would you pick? iDream Whisper, iDream Zonal Comfort, Hybrido Dream or iDream Zonal Plush, and why? Remember the hashtag Power of Sleep. Competition closes 26 November. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome Welcome back, beautiful Expresso family. It's always so good to be with you, especially when it's such a gorgeous day out in Johannesburg, which is the perfect day to celebrate one of South Africa's most loved rappers. Yes, I am talking about the king. It is none other than MT, who is here to celebrate the fact that his brand new album, DIY3, it's out, baby. It's taking over South Africa. And on top of that, we are continuing just to celebrate his beautiful legacy that he's continuing to just make even more and more established. And one of the things we love him most for is his beautiful rhythmic flows. But on top of that, it is his multilingual rapping. And then on top of that, just how cool he is, man. Of course, everybody, we got to give him the biggest welcome. It is our fave, MT. Ba, 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 ba. How are you, King?
Hey, I'm blessed, man. Blessed beyond measure. How
I
are you?
love that. I'm amazing. All the better for sitting next to you. Thank you very much.
Man.
When it all started in 2015, did
Uh-huh.
you think it was going to lead to this beautiful series that it's on?
No, not really. But I always wanted to make a mixtape of some sort.
Yeah.
And I just stuck with the DIY 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it just sounded nice to me, you know? Do it yourself.
I mean, it sounds very nice to all of us, and this is why South Africa's loving it. But talk to me about the actual project itself. How long did it take to put together, rather?
I'd say a year and a half.
Sure.
A lot of people won't believe this, but I finished recording it last year already.
Sure.
You know, so, yeah, man. So I'm always in the studio.
You really, I even asked you now where you're going after this. You said the studio.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, why did you wait so long to release it then if you finished it last year?
You know, politics, you know. I don't work alone, I have a team.
Okay.
You know.
Okay, I get that. and one of the most beautiful things about you, MT, is your love for your children. I mean, they're on your covers. You've got an album named after them. There's all of these different ways in which you've just shown them love. You know, is that something that you've been intentional about? What is the reason behind that?
I've been very much intentional about it, you know. One thing I always told my late best friend, rest in peace, is that, you know, music is forever. I will die, but my music will remain.
100%.
You have your Tupacs, your Michael Jacksons, which we still play till this day.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob Marley, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, so I believe I'm one of them. Immortal, you know?
Immortal, come on now. So wait, is that another way of you immortalizing your children as well?
Yeah, the legacy as well, you know?
Yes, I love that. And of course, we know that Wake Up is the lead single on DIY3. And of course, you feature the incredibly talented Nanette on it. Yeah. Talk to us about that decision. Why was Nanette the right person for that feature?
It's crazy. Me and Nanette met, you know, right during the session. That was my first time meeting her, you know. She knew of me, but she didn't know me, you know.
Sure.
And big up to her, man, for trusting me, you know, that I'm gonna do best with the song.
Yeah.
Because those were the talks we were having, you know, like planning the song, you know, and yeah, man, she's got an angelic voice, man.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
100%. And I feel like you guys just made magic on it, which I think you've just blessed the country. And this is why I'm so glad that we're actually going to get to see it live today on the show. But, you know, one of the things that I said in the beginning was that you're known for your multilingual raps.
Sure.
You always infuse the vernac with the English and the this and the that.
Yeah.
Why is it so important for you to keep on doing that?
I always say that, you know, I don't make music for myself. I make music for my people.
Sure.
And all those languages, those are my people, you know. And I want to be, you know, reachable to any and every, you know, ethnic groups, you know, that we have in South Africa. Because, you know, we have like the most diverse, you know, background when it comes to tradition, culture.
100%.
You know, so my goal is to have everybody understand me.
Yeah, a man of the people, if you will.
Yeah.
Number uti or Molweni or Sanbonani, everybody can just relate to MT.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
MT, do you know how iconic you are?
No.
You don't?
Because, you know, I shot everything out and I love myself
just
in the
focus.
studio. Yeah.
That's a king right there. This is why you will always remain iconic. And Buti, thank you
you
so much for continuing to bless us with your gift.
Thank you so
And
much.
Of course, and we are so excited for you to blow us away because Expresso family, this guy right here, he's going to be indeed coming through with Wake Up with Nanette in a little bit. So you gotta stick around for it. But he is, like I said, one of South Africa's most loved rappers and even on the continent, in the world. Thank you very much. And this is why he shall continue to be iconic, like I said. Right about now, I need to check on my faves in Cape Teasy, Fo Sheezy. Makal, are you all good? Are you still feeling like the Christmas cheer and everything, my love?
I am indeed, actually, and I just was going to tell you, Zanele, that we're about to fill an empty stomach with our guest today. We're bringing festive flavors to your table with MasterChef 2022 winner Sean Godfrey, also known as Roasted Dad, who is here to share his recipe for his irresistible ribs served with a delicious slaw and smoky mayo garlic rolls, the perfect combination for any celebration. And I can tell you now, Everdure gas frying is the vibe. Hello, Sean.
Hello.
Roasted Dad. You have so many elements.
Yeah, so this recipe is honestly coming up to summer.
Okay.
I think it's one of those that we all have to go to the market and we say, oh, that smoky roll with the lovely pulled pork or lamb ribs. This one is that you can actually do it at home. So I'm really excited to share this recipe. And it's nice and easy. I think we always overcomplicate it and think it's going to be too hard. It's not. It's really, really easy if you get the few basics right.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a bit of a job.
Yeah, no,
So first of all is 1 packet of rainbow slaw. Nice and easy, done, chopped at the shops.
Great.
And literally you're going to throw in 1 cup of mayo.
And is that it?
That's it. And then also you're going to take some teaspoon. And what you're going to do here is actually soak the raisins. So one of the things is you don't want like a hard raisin inside your slaw because it's going to be, you want it nice and soft.
Yeah.
And so for 1 hour, you just pop it in some water, some warm water.
That's such a good
and then
idea.
you chop it up, throw it into the slaw as well. And then this is the trick that I'm going to teach you guys for today, which is really for the best ribs to throw onto the braai. Is take 1 kilogram of ribs and put them in the oven for about 2 to 3 hours, and that gets them really, really tender. Then you use the braai or the gas braai basically to just get that beautiful flavor and that chard onto it. So the recipe is 1 cup of tomato sauce, some Tabasco sauce, or any sriracha sauce that is basically going to bring, obviously, that nice little bit of heat.
Great.
And then you can also spice it as you want. If you want to add some cumin, if you want to add some flavor profile that you like, salt and pepper, and 4 tablespoons of sugar. So I'm going to throw that all together.
I'm so glad you said that about the ribs. You know, I think one thing, Sean, that I think many people struggle with is that they go out and they buy their ribs.
Yeah.
And they do a beautiful marinade, and then by the time they put it into their braai, the marinade is caramelized to a point where it's burning, and your meat is not soft.
Yeah.
It's kind of just looks cooked, but it's not broken down. And I think, just in terms of your rule of thumb, salt and pepper in the oven for those 3 to 4 hours, and then we can start applying things on top. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, so you use basically a tinfoil tray. So what you want to do is basically get a nice oven dish, and what I normally do is line it first with some tinfoil at the bottom.
Great.
You put your ribs basically onto that tinfoil, and then you mix up your marinade, put your marinade on top of it. Also, what's quite nice is I actually often add is 1 diced onion onto that same marinade.
Okay.
And then you pop it in the oven, but you want to check it actually. I would say about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, go and check it. Because what you also don't want is basically you pick it up and the bone falls off. You still want to eat a rib.
You want to get some mouthfeel,
you want to chow a rib. You don't want to be chowing like mushy, basically, ribs. So once you got, that's delicious, isn't it? It smells good.
So good.
So we're going to do a quick...
popping it straight in there. This is great.
So, I mean, I'm doing the TV cheat, remember. So we've got 8 minutes to get these ribs done. So normally this would have been done 2.5 hours ago.
Yeah.
But what we're going to do is we're basically going to jump a step. So after I've marinated it, this would have gone in the oven for 2 to 2.5 hours. We're going to jump 2.5 hours. So everyone look away quick, and now suddenly we've gone 2.5 hours later.
Okay, well, as you put that onto that beautiful thing that I actually want in my life, it's the Everdure gas braai. The range gives you instant, fast, powerful heat with direct and convection cooking. Convection cooking, good for ribs, I will say. And also heat circulation inside the meat as well. It's made from die-cast aluminium, which is not only durable, but also very easy to clean. And it comes in a whole range of contemporary colors and customizable grill plate configuration. And this is going to be fantastic. We're also showcasing on this particular table is the prep kitchen that you can get. This is also fully functional, customizable. There's a wide range of outdoor cooking options. You can go to eionline.co.za. Like, I like these little flaps.
I've actually got this one just outside my bra at home.
What?
And honestly, I love it because there's a whole bunch of nice little features like having your different salt, peppers under the little hoods, but underneath also all your utensils. You know what
Yes.
I hate is when you're braaiing or you're grilling things and you forget, oh man, I forgot the tongs, you got to run back in, go run back out. Whereas this, literally, everything's inside.
Yeah.
You can cut, chop, and this is actually one of my favorite features. I don't know if you guys can see this.
I think what we should do is really
chop, chop,
showcase
chop,
it,
chop, chop, and then you move straight into the bin. So you see?
Did you just see that? I just wanted to, like, we need to demonstrate it in some way. In fact, I'm going to put that over there.
Okay.
Let's just give it a shift. I wanted to show you something, because I think you really need to see this thing. I'm such a kid, but I like
What do you want to
like
chop?
toys.
Why don't you chop a raisin?
Let's chop. So if you
There
chop
we go.
something
You
there...
can chop a little raisin.
And then let's just say there's like a...
And in it goes. Done.
I'm just saying that I need this, all right?
Yeah.
So, Sean, if you've got a contact... just tell
EI
them that,
Online.
I know, that's EI Online. That's right, but this is great. So, just to give us the TV cheat, please. TV cheat us
We are going to
Roasted
race ahead
dad.
as we've done 2.5 hours on the oven, as you know. We've also done about 15 minutes of grilling.
Yes.
Have you seen that? It went really, really fast. While you're having fun. So what you're going to do is then once the ribs, remember now what you've got is really, really soft and tender ribs.
Yeah.
And you've now charred it, you've got that beautiful flavor. To make the little rolls, you're basically now going to cut off the meat. And what I normally do is about 3 to 4 ribs per roll.
What are you doing?
And this is going to now go onto the most delectable little roll. And another little cheat I want to give you guys is grab garlic rolls, store-bought, go straight to the store, get your garlic rolls.
All right.
But 10 minutes in an air fryer before you eat them at 180 degrees, whip them out, and then what you get is this beautifully soft inside, crispy roll, and then you're going to get this beautiful coleslaw that's going to go onto it. You're going to have the ribs.
Yes.
And the last trick that I'm going to tell you guys is really, really awesome, is basically get some hickory smoking liquid. You know, we all love those smoky flavors, but we don't know.
Do.
Go and Google, go find where you can get it. There's
All
quite
right.
a few options actually available in South Africa now. And all you're going to do is take your mayo and mix in until you're happy with that flavor, and you get this amazing smoky mayo that's going to go onto it. And you're going to make your roll. And the last thing I want you to do
I feel like you should make one. Just
we'll have to do one.
Show me, demonstrate to me.
A little roll here.
Can I tell you something that I've never seen so many cameramen, right?
All waiting for a roll.
They're looking at each other and they're like, dubs. And like, no,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
my dubs.
that's my
your
one.
dubs. I can see them. I can see. But let's go for it. And
So with a roll like this, I am not shy on the mayo. I know we're all wanting summer bods, but as you can see, the dad bod here has been eating too much mayo.
it doesn't matter. I can't see that. It's a
Lots
six-pack
of
to me.
mayo. From your height, is that what it is?
Exactly, dude. Come on.
So basically, you're just going to layer it up. You're going to put all your rib on top. And also...
Oh, come on,
So basically,
Sean.
it's a rib roll with coleslaw on top.
Oh, man.
Okay, then you pop on some coleslaw.
I'm just hearing the dubs. Can you hear that?
There we
You can
go.
hear it in the background.
And I know this is a strange one, but then last is just with a little bit of a microplane is put some lemon zest on top. And what you get is this beautiful just lime that comes in at the end there. So you can imagine all these flavors, and I hope everyone's already starting to get this recipe.
But I think the great thing about that zest is that it actually brightens what is quite rich flavors in the ribs. And
Lots of creamy.
Yes.
So there's your
Do it.
little rib roll.
Bite it.
This is
Bite
going to
it.
get messy.
Sorry, that's not the dips. The dips is this one. I know. That's the one there. That's cool.
Are you also going to go for it?
You know what? I'm going to share this with you and say that if you would like to make your celebrations unforgettable, head on over to expressoshow.com to get this show-stopping recipe from this incredible roasted dad. And remember to visit eionline.co.za to shop their full range of indoor and outdoor cooking solutions. This is something that you need. In fact, I'm not going to bite it. I'm going to give it to one of these amazing cameramen because they deserve it.
Guys that are drooling there?
Yes, they are. Here it comes. Yum.
Oh man, people are starting to congregate outside the studio and make a line like we're going to be selling these rolls. Maybe there's something in it. Absolutely love the smells that are permeating. And of course, I like the energy that is building on set. Why? Because Black Friday is coming and we are the plug-in for some of the best deals you will find. So after the break, we'll start delving into some of those golden opportunities. Then the boss, the king himself, MT performs. He's got a brand new track, Wake Up. It's on the way.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code Expresso for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. Yep, we got the evidence. It's on camera. It's on tape. Prosper, can you ever come back from that? Now, he's fine with that. He probably would have just left after eating that roll, man. Beautiful stuff. But right now, I don't want you to panic, okay? But it is a reality. South Africa, it is your last chance to get in on the Black Friday excitement with Game Stores. So please don't miss out on the opportunity to win 2,000 Rand to spend on anything you want this Black Friday. Come on.
That sounds really good to me, actually, because I'm looking for some stuff, but it's okay.
Do
It's
they
not
sell
about
ribs?
me.
Do they sell ribs at Game?
Of course they do. Come on. But imagine the possibilities. With 2,000 Rand, you could grab that must-have gadget, stock up on appliances, maybe treat yourself to some epic fitness gear charner. Now, here's how to make it happen. There's a competition post, right?
It's really simple. You just got to find it on the Expresso social media pages. And once you have, then drop us a comment. Tell us what you'd add to your dream Black Friday basket for that 2,000 Rand. Don't forget the all-important qualifying hashtag Game Black Friday in your comment if you want to take part.
And this is going to be good. So, 2,000 bucks from Game. I just want to dream with you for a second. What are you going to put in the cart?
I'm going to buy maybe a couple of games for my son.
Oh, yes, for your son.
I like going in with an open mind because I always find things that I didn't realize I really needed because the range is so wide, especially on the sporting and the outdoor side. There is so much going on there, and come on, 'tis the season.
You know what I'd get? I know this sounds like such a gym bunny thing, but I don't have a heavy enough kettlebell at home. And I'd go get a, look at me go. I'd get a kettlebell from.
How are you going to test it out in store?
No,
You're
in store. No, I'm going to labor that thing.
And some...
Yes, I'm going to do a little clean in store there as well. It's going to be. So I think, because I mean, for a proper, you'd need like a good, like a 40 to really get the stimulation going.
How much do you weigh, dude?
You know, that's 40. How did you know? It's body weight exercises. That's how it goes. No, but I think practically a 20 will be nice.
And they've got great fitness stuff there. Like if you want to get your kid into the boxing space,
that's correct.
That sort of thing, well, and get yourself, never mind your kid into the boxing space, you will be inspired. There are so many things ticking so many boxes for so many of us, just not time. So please hurry. The competition closes tomorrow. That's Friday the 22nd of November. And don't wait another second. Head over to expressoshow.com to find all the T's and C's and get that entry in now and make it good.
You have to.
Oh, man, we promised you a beautiful show, and a beautiful show is exactly what you will get, beautiful family. Right about now, it is time for us to welcome superstars to the show to allow us to go into the weekend kamnandi. Everyone, please put your hands together for none other than MT and Nanette with Wake Up.
Yeah. DIY 3 out now. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So baby, don't go too far. Yeah, I'm quite needy. Don't go too long. So many things to get out the way. So much to do, so little to say. I said, baby, it's hard to sleep whenever you're not with me. So many things to get out the way. There's so much to do, so little to say.
I might not say much, I'm getting paper. They say I'm this, they say I'm that, but I don't play much. Don't wanna lose you to nobody else. Break up, okay. I was sleeping on you, gotta wake up. Hey, I'm ready if you're ready. Put another in your belly. I'm addicted to the fatty. I'ma hustle if you let me. I'm always on the road with it. Family members say I don't visit. Hey. I be in my zone, really. I feel like Percy Miller, I got no limit. I gotta treat you better, I'm not perfect. No need to force if it ain't working. I be damned if you another person. They don't wish us well, that's for certain. Hey, you got my heart, baby. Hey, yeah, just play your part, baby. Yeah.
Baby, don't go too far. Yeah, I'm quite needy. Don't go too long. So many things to get out the way. There's so much to do, so little to say. Baby, it's hard to sleep whenever you're not with me. So many things to get out the way. There's so much to do, so little to say.
I might not say much, I'm getting paper. They say I'm this, they say I'm that, but I don't play much. Don't wanna lose you to nobody else. Just break up. Hey, I was sleeping on you, gotta wake up. Hey.
Let's go. Big hustler.
Out now. Yeah. Say.
My goodness, everybody! MT and Nanette doing the things that need to be done, baby. And you heard DIY 3 out now, and of course that song is Wake Up. And what a way to wake up on your Feel Good Breakfast show, honey. I think we're ready for the weekend, thank you very much. Beautiful thing, MT's not going anywhere, you gotta stick around for that. But right now, I need to check on Graham. Graham, is your life renewed after that performance? I'm sure it is.
Yep, another performance coming from MT. Then I suppose it stands to reason, being one of the cheesiest shows out there. We love our cheese, but when it's this good, we go crazy. And Renee is here to help us whip up the ultimate cheese board and then some. I'm very excited. I don't even know what that's called, but I want to try my hand in it. Will I be able to? We'll find out after this.
Yeah, I'm chilling with it. Yeah. Every single day, me just a run it up.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're about to cook in the kitchen, but before we get to that beautiful kitchen, this Black Friday, Easy Life Kitchens are giving you an incredible offer of 10% off your entire project. For 10 days only, you can save by paying your commitment deposit of 50,000 Rand at any showroom across Southern Africa. And this saving is valid on all new and existing quotes. Visit their website at www.easylifekitchens.co.za or visit your nearest showroom to secure your saving right now. Terms and conditions apply. Time to get cooking in that beautiful Easy Life Kitchen.
Yes, indeed. And I've got the perfect running mate with me here. Renee Groenewald is a cheese specialist, a cheese-obsessed person, which is why she fits in so well. I wish you guys could see behind the scenes the amount of people just staring at the spread right now, like, oh, my word. Congratulations on a stellar cheese season. Do we have cheese seasons? Because it feels like we are winning if we are. So well done to you and your team. What cheeses should we know about? When we think of this golden era that we're in right now, what makes you most excited?
Okay, it's the festive season, so next week we're launching over 20 of our lines.
Oh, wow.
You can't miss it. It's in a beautiful festive design. It's from a tower to stars to everything you can think of. Everything is added, so you just cut it open and assemble it.
And it's there. Ooh.
But something very simple that's creating a lot of excitement is this cheese curler, which is basically a blade, but a very special blade, and this cutting board. So it is created to, like you would air wine, you air the cheese. And it doesn't dry out, and I like to make a few curls. It actually looks like oyster mushrooms.
I was going to say, like, I was trying to figure out what was on the plate until I saw the actual cheese. It's beautiful to look at, yeah.
So nice party trick. So you take a few, you add it onto a platter, and you do a few on the curler, and then during the night the people will start to engage with it, and it creates a lot of fun.
Yes, they will.
It's just important. We get a lot of complaints. You have to take the top off, okay? It's a wax. And you don't have to commit to the entire 2 kgs. You can just slice off the ends. You can see how I've sliced it here.
For sure.
And then curl it. Don't do everything because then it's going to dry out. Don't put it under a dome for the next day. It will dry out. But really simple, and it helps with that complex layering and flavor. This is very earthy.
I love that, yeah. It becomes an ingredient as much as it's a showstopper in itself. I love that. But if you see a lot of kind of food theatre at the moment, there's a lot of this kind of action involved. Some of the cheeses that are standing out for you.
So this cheese is South Africa's interpretation of an Alpine style. So really nutty. We use Comté cultures, we use Gruyere cultures. We combine it and we use South African milk, and then we sell a 3-month, a 6-month, and a 12-month. If you can't commit to this, there's a smaller one. But really, I mean, there's loads to choose from. This curler can obviously slice hard chocolate as well. It's about the shape.
You see. Oh, now the pairings start coming in. So now that we've got all of these wonderful pieces on the board, so to speak, how can we create a showstopper? How can we create a cheese board that just steals everyone's hearts and minds, because it is the season?
we thought of something, this can keep obviously for an entire year.
I love that.
So when
yeah.
someone pops in, it's ready, it's there, you've got a good backup. These tubs, whenever a recipe asks me for cream, I add cottage cheese. Half of it is cottage cheese. It gives you that same texture, but half of the kilojoules.
Yeah,
so
added protein.
They last nice and long if you don't open them. People ask, how can you get 50 days on these? It's because they're packed in a really high care facility. So once you open it, I mean, it's very simple. You mix it, you can add anything to the two. You use it as a base. So on this side, we just got salmon and dill, and then we use some of the curlers, but you can
and
use
it looks
whatever
like pineapple.
you want.
I mean, it looks exquisite. It's so different.
Interesting and different. And then on this side, it's just to demonstrate, it's lovely to flash brine or keep it warm. Then whatever it is, this is now tomatoes, will soak in, but think of braai flakes, whatever your leftovers, you add it on this beautiful base, and you keep it nice and fresh. So we can actually just... I like to zest something over it because it gives you that freshness then and flavor just as people arrive. But you'll be surprised if you do it with fresh things like the water crackers or cucumber crudités or even cucumber slices. These are the first things that go. People want something light in hot weather. But
definitely.
It's a nice impromptu. There's something in my fridge. I can put something together and the flavors are endless. This is my new discovery, the Szechuan pepper oil. It is incredible. So if I only used it on this side, I think it will overpower the fish. And I'm still going through a big pickled obsession.
The world is kind of going through that obsession, so it's okay because I think we're understanding the health benefits of a good pickle.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness. And I'm thinking, and there's like a nuttiness thread that goes through. I love this. This is kind of a life hack. If you know that you might have an impromptu kind of host kind of opportunity, having these in the pantry that you can whip out and you can jump off in so many different directions. Beautiful. We want to preserve, now that we know the investment that we're making, what the quality of that product is, we want to look after it. How do we prolong our cheeses? What if we've got some leftover cheese that's out of its wrapping now? What's the best way to store it?
If you understand the amount of
I can
cheese
feel your pain.
and nature and skill and whatever went into these products, people should respect it and treasure it. So there's three things that you need to keep away from it. Obviously, it's a live, breathable product, so you can't store it in the fridge next to onion or garlic because it will absorb that.
Sure.
You have to keep it dry because that moisture will create the environment for mold to start growing. And you want to also protect it from not drying out. So again, these big truckles, maybe you're not going to finish it in a night. Make sure that you keep it in parchment paper, wrapping paper, cling film. Just close it, protect it from drying out.
Okay, and because you'll be heartbroken. You will be heartbroken.
No, the next day you won't be able to turn it. It will be dried out.
So we don't want to make that mistake. I know you guys don't do it for the kind of validation that awards offer, but in an industry that is so bespoke, where there are some major players, where there are so many kind of historical threads of amazing cheese, and you kind of live and carry that culture forward, when you do get the awards, it's great. Are there any awards attached to the cheeses that we are exploring at the moment?
We got 119 awards this year on the National Dairy Jam. So look out for the stickers. You'll see it. These are, for instance, the Qualité, which is the best, the highest score in that category then.
Wow.
So you'll see the flashes. It's either blue or it says Qualité. There's the product of the year. That's also in our stable. Then on the international scene, Susie, my colleague, just came back Friday. So this product is a very good ambassador for South Africa. It's in New York, it's in Delhi, where people say they can't believe what they're paying for hard cheese in Europe and what our value and our kind of quality. So this one really wins at the International Cheese Awards every year. But you'll see it's a black flash. There's a lot of that coming through in our industry now as well.
Basically everyone has probably won an award. I love it. Well, that speaks volumes to the effort that you put into it. And I know so much, it's one thing enjoying the artistic element of what cheese is. It's another thing making sure that you can deliver on a 50-day promise, making sure that you can maintain that level of quality. So kudos to your amazing team. Well done to our foodie team for getting involved. But I think this, oh man, I really want to just very quickly
We can take it away and see if you can do a full curl.
Just do a full curl. So don't push too hard.
It needs to be even, so you have to try to keep it even, nice and gentle.
Wow.
How does it feel?
It's the smell that's coming off it.
It's amazing.
And you really are feeling like you are working with gold. Just look at how beautiful that leafing is. Absolutely gorgeous. Easy breezy hosting. Stock up on your multiple award-winning cheeses. Then pair your favorite with refreshing mocktails. Maybe pull out the summer lounges. Shop these easy, these breezy summer solutions at Woolworths, in-store, online, or on the app. But I would recommend going in-store to just take a look for yourself. It's beautiful, Renee. Well done. Well done. Jesus.
Oh, man. Well done indeed. We love to see it. And beautiful Expresso family, we're about to wrap up the show today, but we're doing so on the highest of high levels. And I say that because we still got MT in the building, the big hustler baby. And he is about to perform yet another track off of his brand new album called DIY 3. Do not go anywhere, because now it's going to be awkward. Don't do that. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back after this.
Optimize your gut health with Phytoceutics range of pre, pro, and postbiotics. Use code EXPRESSO for 15% off at phytoceutics.com.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show, an everyday campaign day. When you play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 580,000 in jackpot this Thursday, so please don't miss out. You can buy your tickets right now. And how do we do that again?
Oh, man, with a smile on your face.
Yes, please,
thank you. In-store, because karma, okay?
Yep.
Nationallottery.co.za. You can go online. You can go onto their brilliant mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking platform, or just go old school. Dial *120 *7529# for USSD. Just do it. Please.
All the details that you need on the Expresso social media pages, your favorite pages in the whole world. So go check them out and panda push a play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 580,000 Rand jackpot today, and you can win big.
And
Simple.
then just manifest, eh? Remember, word of the year. Well, we're going to manifest right now an amazing performance. I keep thinking that today is Friday, and there's good reason, because we got the likes of MT in studio. Take it away.
Ah, well, how do you think of your manifestation coming to life? Because indeed, we're about to be blown away by the king. Everyone, please give it up for the last performance today by MT.
Yeah, I'm chewing with it. every single day, me just a run it up. Yeah, I did it, but I feel like I ain't done enough. Sold a lot of prep when I was coming up. I get active, they know why I want with us. Them know why I want with us. They the one it, baby. Them know why I want with us. Them know why I want with us. Them know why I want with us. They the one it, baby. Them know why I want with us. Them know why I want with us. Them know why I want with us. If I was boxing, they wouldn't spar with us. I'm not a king, but I'm a warrior. If I got your back, then I'm a carrier. Yeah, on my way to the top, I was facing a lot. Ay. I know some real shooters, they wasting no shots. Ay. Then we were so hungry, scraping the pot. Ay. My big cousin, playing some pot. Ay. Back to me being war ready, we all steady. They can all get it, I ain't all Kelly. Yeah, I'm out of that pilly, so I said it. Give me my credit, or the Fed. I ain't doing no talking anymore. Put so much respect on my name, all three of y'all. I mean, you never ever walk alone. I got my homies tapping on your calls, yeah. Just I run it up. Yeah, I did it, but I feel like I ain't done enough. Sold a lot of packs when I was coming up. I get active, they know why I want with us. They know why I want with us. They don't want it, baby. Them know why I walk with us. Them know why I walk with us. Them know why I walk with us. They don't want it, baby. Them know why I walk with us. Them know why I walk with us. I'm a warrior, I earned. Yeah. As a youngin', I was all in the mix. Yeah. In and out of studios, not thinking about a chick. Yeah. I'm a problem that nobody can fix. Yeah. We was in the city hitting licks. Yeah. I'm not stopping till I'm rich. Yeah. Told my son I will never switch. Yeah. 2025 finna be a lit, yeah. I'm coming for everything, and they know it. They thought it was over for me, and I'm sure. They said I was broke, how the my kids grow? How the fuck out? Sold a lot of packs when I was coming up. I get active, they know why I want with us. They know why I want with us. They the one it, baby. They know why I want with us. They know why I want with us. They know why I want with us. They the one it, baby. Them know why I walk with us. Them know why I walk with us. Them know why I walk with us. They the one it, baby. MT with it.
That's right, it's MT, baby. What a king. Like I said, one of the most loved rappers on the African continent and Mzansi, national treasure. Thank you very much. Beautiful Cape Town family. I know you're ready for the weekend after what MT just did. Are we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, we're cancelling tomorrow, actually. Yeah. We're just rolling straight on. We're just rolling straight into the weekend. MT, an absolute legend in the space. So good to have him in our space.
Yeah.
And set the tone for what is going to be a spectacular end to the week.
It's going to be. So let me tell you, tomorrow on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we have so many different items. Now, first and foremost, we got a lot of cheese here today. We're going to continue the cheese theme. We got pull apart, right? Cheesy Christmas tree. That's the concept we have for you. You're going to need to see it to believe it. And, of course, all recipes on expressoshow.com. And then if that's not enough, we've got our boy Grant Hines coming through to give you the Black Friday scoops that you need from Game. So that's a must-see because you don't want to miss out any of the discounts.
And then there shall be some fanboying.
Oh, who?
I shall proclaim it. The OG Sean Bartlett in the house. You want to Fully Friday. Let's get one of the greatest to have played the game from South Africa. He is going to be joining us in studio. Cannot wait for that. And then we were talking about the tumultuous year that Damian Willemse has had. We cannot wait to connect with him as well. He's just such a beautiful young man. He's been through the most. We want to be right there with him. Sanele, how excited are you for the weekend, my friend?
Oh, I'm so ready. And you said Damian Willemse is going to be there. I'm going through a lot. There's so much happening. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm ready for tomorrow's show. So this is why I need to go home now and I need to get myself ready because it seems like it's going to be a big weekend.
Oh, it most certainly is. Just don't buy yourself any pies on the way home, okay? No donuts or pies. No, you've earned it.
And really be your own. Who needs enemies? Who needs enemies when they are right there in Cape Town? Eh? Are you proud of yourself, Graham? Are you proud?
Oh, my word.
I am, says the guy who's going to buy a pie and a donut as soon as I break my fast on the way home. Zan, thanks for an amazing show, you gorgeous girl. Thank you to MT and everyone up in Joburg. And thanks to the family down in Cape Town, man. We had an absolute blast.
Yeah, we did indeed. And thanks a lot to our MDR boys as well. Please catch them in My Design Rules. Sipi and Bapelele as they go Team Earth solid. And, of course, we got cheese galore, not only today, but then tomorrow as well on, yes, your cheesy breakfast show sometimes. Yeah.
And thanks to Prosper, there are no ribs left in studio, and that's okay. Go and have a braai. Check, he's not even feeling guilty. He's not even in this because he ate all the ribs and they were amazing. We love you guys so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Adios.
Another feel-good production.
What's new from Clover? Experience the irresistible taste and richness of Clover's new cheese slices. Now thicker, cheesier, and with improved flavor. Mmm, so cheesy. Try it. You'll love it. Clover, made with love.